Welcome to a new week. It is Monday, April 25th. Time for midday market movers with the beautiful Miss V and Trader Pratt.
And beautiful Trader Brad. Guys, welcome back. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. Please, as usual, be active on the chat. Ask us anything. And please like this video already, Brad. I saw on our mutual chat that you were trading like Netflix. Also, you can see.
Oh, Netflix was a painful trade. But yeah, we could talk about all of our trades today without a
Absolutely.
doubt. You're in that chat now?
Yeah.
What? I
Well,
didn't know you were
I'm
in
a
that
trader
chat.
now.
Let's go.
Let's
okay.
go.
Actually, I'm looking at Veru right now because I heard Arun talk about how Veru was moving to the north side. So I had a couple ideas. One, either I play short or either I play long. I mean, what else can you really play? So I was thinking about a long breakout of 13.15. I actually made the order, but then I pulled the order. I don't know why, but I pulled the order. But obviously, if I had left that order in, I would have already been in the money and still no reason to get out. That 13.15 level, which happened to be the high a couple days ago, April 21st high, still acting as a support. Well, $13 level. Even now, if I want to play the long, I could think about it. But you guys know how wary I am of these low floats. Very still acting crazy. One more time, 64 million flow. Relative volume just slightly above 1 right now. Volume picking up, obviously. And as Miss V mentioned, my trade of the day today, actually not Netflix, it's Twitter. Netflix would have I would have loved for it to be my trade of the day, and it would have actually I would have smoked it, right? But so first time 210 short because Netflix low a day from Friday was 210.05. So 210.05 was the lower day on Friday. I was waiting for the break of that 210 level. Instantly got filled. Did not have a chance to even exit for an 80-cent winner, and then got stopped out. Then on second time, I got filled again. I got stopped out again, and looks like I would have continuously got stopped out a couple times because it kept bouncing above 210 to about 211. So I tried it twice. I gave up on it. Didn't really lose too much on this stock today. It's just I would have loved to smoke this trade to the downside because I was short biased. I prepped last night about that 210 level. Overall, it just didn't work out for me. I threw the stock to the side, forgot about it, and went on to Twitter, which was my main trade of the day. Absolutely smoked Twitter. 71 trades on this stock alone
Wow.
today, and yeah, so shorting the 51 level, multiple exits. Then I increased the amount of size I took over here after my first two wins, and because of the size I had, I did not even wait for the down move over here. I just completely started scalping the crap out of the exit for a 20-cent winner. Very happy with this trade. I tried for a small long here in front of 50-40s. Took out for a pretty quick winner, like I think for a couple cents winner. Did not believe in this move because the market was coming off, but looks like that idea is still standing true to me, which is a long in front of 50-30 and a short in front of 51. So if Twitter comes back to the 51 area, I'll gladly look for another opportunity to go short on the stock. So far, my number one trade is Twitter. The rest of the stocks that I am up on is pretty insignificant. So I'm up on Ford and a couple other buyout stocks, but it's very insignificant what I'm really up on these stocks. So Ford, I took a short at 1470 break. Noticed that there was a buying coming in. I got out for a flat trade. Didn't really lose anything on this one and actually collected fees. I got back in near the high day areas near 1490s, and I just kept scalping it out. My last few shares over here before coming onto the show, I just said screw it. I don't even want to hold Ford. It's not doing what I wanted to do. I'm just gonna get out for a winner on this one. So Ford is up there on the board for me, and a couple other buyout stocks as mentioned. And last but not least, my futures short. I got into it. What the heck? Let me just do this real quick. How do I do this again? Chart data, clear data. Okay, apply. Okay, close this one, and then reload that bad boy up real quick. And then we hit enter. That way we see our charts now. There we go, boom. So got into a short over here, added to that short, took some profits, added back to that short, took more profits, added back to the short, took more profits, got stopped out on the last few contracts, and then obviously the crazy up move came in the futures where we went almost back to day's high. I wish I was focused on futures a little bit. I went for my my vape breaks and whatnot, so I could not really focus on this one. Obviously, missed out on the higher day short on the futures. Now we're pretty much walking right back to lower days. So not sure what I want to do with futures here. Overall, as I mentioned, I'm having a great day. I'm already made my shutdown for the day. Now I'm just it's that time of the day where I start preserving the money and the capital that I've already banked on and not try to give it back.
Awesome, Brad. Congratulations. Great start of the trading
Thank you.
day and week. And I wish you to double that money or at least not lose them. And I real quick wanted to address here to Tyrone saying, if you have such a small shutdown, why not trade cheaper stocks? Tyrone, my friend, you absolutely got this. Lesson has been learned. And again, you guys know I'm just married to that Tesla. And this literally taught me that tomorrow I will try to trade cheaper stocks, because basically I went long on Tesla at 991. Stock went against me. I had to get out due to my stop loss and shutdown, and then plan actually worked the way I wanted it to work, because I was talking in the morning, guys, because I'm looking for Tesla to fill the gap with the previous close. We actually did this, so literally the high of the day is around this area, and then now we faded back to VWAP. So yes, again, it's a losing trade for me, but winning at the same time because stock went to the desirable direction for me. And I have learned that tomorrow I need to try to trade something cheaper than Tesla. And Viru, I guess, keep running because people talking about that.
Yeah, Viru's still obviously running 19% up to the moon right now, still moving upside like crazy. And I just want to say, yeah, Miss V, it sucks that your shutdown's like, as little as it is, because you had the right idea clearly. It did go up and everything. It's just you can't give it that much of a risk. So what sometimes we do over here is take the quick loss and then get back in at a different price.
I was thinking about this, like I thought, oh my god, if I would just give like $1 loss, I would still not be on shutdown. I would be able to re-enter, but because I hold it for so long, I couldn't, like, I got shut down.
It's fine. It sucks with that shutdown, but obviously I just want you to realize that you had the right idea, because you knew you wanted Tesla long, and what did Tesla do? It did go upside.
Yes.
So two things that you could have worked on. Your probably your entry price, and the second is just take the loss and get back in. Cool. That way you're not shut down. Besides that, good idea, because it did go up. It did go up.
Awesome, thank you.
No problem. Now coming back to Veru, obviously, man, I guess I should have just taken that 13-15 breakout. But like I said, I'm very weary of these with these low float stocks. I don't really have a good win rate on these. I have a better win rate on like actual blue chip names or whatever than these low floats, because I get rug pulled on most of the time on these. But very happy for anyone who's on the long side right now. Look at this stock still take off to the north side. I know Arun's like long somewhere in the 11s and enjoying this $2-3 move that he's probably having. So let's see how high can Veru actually go today. If we did get that 13.50 break, I think I was expecting for a possible move to $14 and a breakout of 14 to maybe 14.20, 14.30, and then we see some exhaustion coming in around those prices. So I do have a line over here at 14.50, 14.57. Let's see if the stock even has the strength to go up to 14 right now, with the amount of momentum, with the amount of buyers and volume coming into the stock at the moment to the north side. Obviously, look at these volume candles higher than the opening candle, and still showing buyers coming in big time for Veru. North direction with 12 million shares traded, and now the relative volume is 1.36. The relative volume keeps on increasing, showing us that there is continuous buyers and continuous eyes being poured onto the stock at the moment. Sky H upside. Let's go check out Sky H. Pretty sure this is an Amex stock. Sky H, a Dominic Famularo more favorite stock, I believe, at least. Let's see if he's in the chat today and if he's trading. Yeah, I'm expecting he is, because obviously Sky H is up 27% right now, ripping up to the north side with 6 million shares traded. Looks like we just recently got the $10 break on Sky H. So if I was to go look for some levels on the daily, oh, looks like I already have a level mapped out. From where does this level come from? Around the IPO prices. Also, look at this. I'm guessing this would be the SPAC price level, right? The SPAC price level. We're about to walk into that price. Let's see if we have the strength to break out of 1045. What is the high today? 1045. What's the chances of that, right? Coincidence? I don't think so. So a good short opportunity coming in at those exact prices at 1045. A good pivot point. If we do get a breakout of 1045 over here, maybe we got more room to the upside on Sky H to maybe even $12. I don't know if we get there today, but a possible move to $12, $12.27 happens to be the 50 period EMA on the daily chart. So let's see if the stock does manage to get all the way back up there after after a successful break of 1045 level going to the north side right now. There we go. We just got the break of 1045. Let's see if there is any continuation. But the spread is a little bit extra for a $10 stock. You know, I would expect for a $10 stock, the spread would be around 1 penny, but it's not even a penny right now. It goes from 5 pennies to maybe less than 5 pennies every now and then for Sky H. Netflix at its final stand. Netflix indeed coming down big time today. That 210 level from Friday that we were talking about, that I got burnt on trying to short it, but I know a couple people in the office did capitalize on that opportunity. So congratulations for whoever that to smoke this Netflix short today. If you got it from the open, if you got it at the 210, whatever level you got it at, you're absolutely smoking it. So congratulations, Netflix to the downside. More competition and subscriber losses. Obviously, the story behind the reason why Netflix is doing what Netflix is doing.
But I can see a few people talk about SWVL. Stock is up 27% right now. Actually, we have only 900,000 volume, and also we are on SSR. Anyway, stock has been halted at around 10:59. We reopened at around 11:09, and now let's see where we won't go back to VWAP or higher. But I can see that a few people were trading that name, and congratulations if you caught that move to the long side.
SWVL. Let's go check this one now. Yeah, 25% recently halted around, looks like $7.50, opened up at $8 and 60 cents or 65, and then dropped down to $8 here, trying to find support in front of $8, looks like, so we can bump up one more time. Let's go check out what the float is on this guy. SWVL float 70 million. Holdings Class A, not sure what these guys do, so let me also go check up on here. Swivel Corp, SWVL. Swivel Corp, commercial services, miscellaneous commercial services, not sure what that's supposed to mean. Says to buy Turkish transport firm Vault Lines. So maybe some sort of a SPAC or something, but they're thinking about buying this Turkish transportation firm over here. Looks like that's the headline that came in at 9.20 today. So off of that headline, we bumped up from $4.51 all the way up to 8.65. I'm not really seeing any levels that excite me. Maybe this 850 level. You see how multiple days we bottomed out at 850 on this day. Today we just peaked over 850 to 865. So maybe this 850 level would be something interesting to notice. We're already seeing some resistance, looks like, coming in at the 100 period EMA. Is that the 100? No, that's a 50. So around the 50 period EMA, we're seeing some sort of a resistance already coming into play on Swivel over here. Let's see if we can get past that one more time and go trade above 850 and see if we can actually do so successfully. Take your profits for sure. That's 100% right. Take your profits. UVXY about to rip when sky collapse. That's usually what happens, when markets coming off, the volatility is increasing. If the volatility is not increasing, you generally don't want to be short on the futures or on the general market. So today, volatility up 6%. Market, which is S&P 500, down 1.18%. At NASDAQ, doing way better than the S&P 500 today, which is only down 0.3% on the NASDAQ. So it looks like somewhat of the tech sector being saved by. Who's the tech sector being saved by? Let's go check it out. Is Microsoft saving it? Microsoft's flat on the day in the positive territory though, so Microsoft's trying its best to save the market, but looks like Microsoft very soon will turn into the negatives over here. Apple already in the negative, down below 160, but we've been going up and down quite a bit today. That's why I didn't even bother taking the 160 short. Maybe 159 short on Apple would be something to take a look at today. Looks like that is the low of day off the open. If the markets do want to flush down here and continue their trend and decide the trend for the rest of the day, which would probably be to the downside if you ask me, then a 159 short Apple might not be a bad look at all. Very bad, very unhappy though that Apple is going back to those 150 levels where I am long on my long-term account. And we know the story about AMDs and your SoFis and your DraftKings. Apparently AMD got an upgrade, said Brandon.
AMD upgrade, NVIDIA downgrade.
AMD upgrade, NVIDIA downgrade. So semiconductors still having a very mixed ideology on what the heck is going on in the world in terms of chip shortages and supplier issues and COVID constraints because of China. China dropped down big time in pre-market, or not in pre-market, but China dropped down big time themselves. So all those combined, we don't really know what to do with the semiconductor industry yet. But today, AMD with a nice little update, NVIDIA with a nice little downgrade, bringing down polar opposites of the SOXX basket, which happens to be the semiconductor basket. So let's see what the semiconductor basket is doing today. Very much so flat, and makes sense with those two having opposite directions of upgrade.
And Brad, we have those cheap stocks on our watch list, and as you said, analysts are aware of cheap stocks due to sharp drop in graphic chip prices, and that it can affect our cheap stocks. And also another name from our watch list, actually, Coca-Cola reported better than expected earnings. Guys, here we have Coca-Cola on our watch list. Please make sure you add this watch list to your bookmarks because earnings season is currently on, so you will be needing this a lot to see how company did report and what to expect from the trading day, not dating trade, on the particular name. So yes, please add it to your bookmarks. And Coca-Cola is now actually down 0.18%. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, what can you say? Coca-Cola is, they make the best drinks in the world without a doubt. My mom came home with Pepsi last night, and I literally looked at her and I'm like, that's not allowed in the house, right? These products literally not allowed in the house. You throw them out. It's a joke. I didn't say that to my mom. There's no way I could say that to my mom and still live under the same roof. She'd kick me out. But at the end of the day, Coca-Cola is a product to go to. Pepsi earnings report coming out tomorrow. I know Miss V will show us the board later on in the day so we can talk about those boards later. But today, Coca-Cola coming out with a great earnings report, 10% beat in revenues, beating estimates around the board. We know Coca-Cola is interested in buying Monster in the future. That will also increase the amount of money they'll be making in the future. Everything just shows plus for Coca-Cola. So in that notes, after the earnings report, though, sadly they did give away the 1% pre-market move they had. But look at this move on Coca-Cola since March till today, and it actually happens to be the all-time high area for Coca-Cola, I believe. If I was to just click here and go all-time high, yeah, Coca-Cola all-time high was created today, and it is 67.20. Let's see if Coca-Cola can play around these all-time high territories, especially in this high inflation period, and how market just wants to be negative every single day right now. I know Danielle Shea on Twitter was talking about how she believes Nasdaq might hit 10K. I know one of our viewers, also Joe, I think was his name, was talking about how Nasdaq might hit 10K. If Nasdaq hits 10K, markets are absolutely doomed at this point. 10K would be around here, so that's all the way back to July 2020 levels. That's a big doomsday move if that actually comes into the market. Let's hope we don't go that far to the downside, because that's a lot of portfolios just going poof. Enough about Nasdaq over there and Coca-Cola. Let's go check out some other stocks that are moving. Maybe gone for a few hours. Excited to see the market continues down after some positivity. Yeah, market's going to the downside a little bit. I would call 12K first. I mean, yeah, it has to go through 13 and 12K before it gets down to 10K. But yeah, we got to see what happens. Coming away from Coca-Cola, I want to go check on what some of these other stocks are doing over here. AMC, ooh, we did get a break of 17 on AMC. I was looking for a break of 17 to short it, but looks like the trend on AMC today is actually to the upside, up 1.7% on AMC, looking to try and reclaim that 17 level today. Let's see if they actually do so. On that note, I think I'll actually stay away from AMC short today, because I don't think maybe if you do go back to 17 and I see weakness again around 17, I'll think about the short. But right now, looks like AMC does want to casually just go up with the overall market. Nasdaq having a nice little bump up right now. S&P 500 bumping up off the lower days also. Looks like most of these are going north territories at the moment.
Brad, another name a few people talk about this CNN. SAN gave a few trading opportunities today. We have 11 million volume, up 12%. Again, found double bottom in here at around 1.84. Looks like now near that level again, running back above VWAP. So let's see if we'll be able to break VWAP and maybe get today highs, which is above $2. And we also have 115 million free float on that. And actually I can see that earnings on CNN are coming today. I believe they're already reported. Yeah, looks
someone
like
in chat said tonight
or today after the close. Makes sense then.
I'm just making sure over here. What the heck? My thing doesn't even say anything about earnings, so I can't even correct or not correct. I can't even verify for you on that side because my platform doesn't say it. So Miss V said today. You guys are saying sometime today. So we'll just go with both of you over there.
After the close today.
After the close,
yes.
So Miss V verified for us. Thank you, Miss V. CNN. So on the anticipation of the earnings report, up 12% today. Let's see what it wants to do. Is it gonna hold up these levels after the earnings report comes out? Is it going to fail and completely crater back to the downside? A lot of questions, but all we can do is patiently wait for the for the report to come out and play the report on the publication of said report. So as you guys can see, a lot of sideways action on CNN. Looks like it's giving you levels to short.
All the time the camera was on me.
Oh, sorry, I guess so. Yeah.
And I was touching my wisdom tooth all the time. Sucks.
Okay, yes. Let me switch back to me over here.
Again, it's still me.
My stream deck is not working. Is your stream deck working?
No. Okay, guys, sorry for me touching my wisdom tooth. Yes, it hurts a little bit. You remember last time when on Friday I was visiting a dentist. So, yeah, sorry. And I will have soon surgery, so I'm super nervous about this one. And again, maybe you can text Lucas. He will help us with this. Tested Nova says, still on you, always so beautiful. Thank you, Tess. It's so pleasant, even though I was not sure, guys. You're watching me touching my wisdom tooth. And again, we can see what any names you want to talk about. Since camera on me, I will be reviewing them. Did you message Lucas?
Yeah, I did.
Awesome, yeah. So, guys, let me see names you want to talk about. By the way, Starbucks also is on downgrade side today. Looks like Sweet Valeria had her finger in her mouth. No, I touched my wisdom tooth with my tongue. Stop console wars and let's finish in there. Like it never happened happened before. We can take a look at SBUX on Nasdaq. I personally haven't been in Starbucks for a long time, and I can see Starbucks not doing that great. We're down more than 1% today, and I can tell you who downgraded Starbucks. How dare Barclays downgraded Starbucks, and price target is $108. We have 2 million volume, and maybe we can take a look at a higher time frame on Starbucks to see any potential levels. Write in the comments, guys, if you were trading Starbucks today. So looks like it's not really downloading in here, so I will bring trading view and we'll type Starbucks in here. All right, okay, so all-time high on Starbucks we had at around $125. Currently we are at $77. It's big dump from September 1st. So basically we are at support level near $76. Let's see if we hold that 73, 76 level. Hopefully we will be able to bounce back to all-time highs on Starbucks. Let's go back to the chat. How about Netflix? Well, big fish, Netflix dropped today, and I know I'm typing big fish there. NFLX, and I know Prad was trading that. He had a beautiful entrance into that short trade. So yes, guys, starting from the open, Netflix was just flashing to the downside. Looks like we found kind of support at 204, trying to go back to VWAP. QQQ is actually now flat on the day, just 0.03%. So let's see what's happening with Netflix, but we're down 3.50% on that name. And Dominic Famularo, in a new poll, 74% of respondents said value stocks will continue to outperform growth stocks. Well, it's a lot of people, majority. So let's see if it's going to happen. And Emily Spadoni, I got Tesla at the open, loving my Valeric regular trade today. Great, Emily, tell me if you got it short or long, because I mean, if you got it at the open, let me see. So here we have it at 9:30. Yeah, if you got it long and you were holding throughout the day, great trade, Emily. I was trying to get Tesla for the long at 9.91, but again, stock went a little bit against me. So again, also somewhere here at 9.91 I got it, and stock went against me a little bit. I couldn't hold it for that long due to my stop loss and shutdown. But other than that, if you're long on Tesla out of the open, great trade. Let's try it out. Yes.
Yes. Awesome. All right. Thank you, Miss V, for your for working so hard over there. I know you're.
No, the most confusing, I was literally touching my wisdom tooth with my tongue, and like 3,000 people were watching that.
I'm sure they loved it.
I'm gonna burn out of shame right now.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. I'm sure they loved it, and you did a great job over there. I know your throat probably kills you. You're talking so fast over there. I was watching. Finally, our things work. Thank you, Farhad and Lucas, for fixing that quick little error that happened. Let's go check out some stocks that are moving. I know we were talking about CENN earlier. I see some of you talking about Viru still taking out some levels over there. So yeah, there we go. Viru going up to that 1450, and I did say we could get a possible move up to 1420 on Viru, or even 1457. So we did get up to 1415 over there. Looks like a fail break of 14 right now on Viru, giving you a almost 40-cent drop. Let's see if it extends a little bit more to 50-cent drop on Viru, taking it all the way back to $13, where we can maybe find support for a possible second chance to go long for anyone who's looking for a long entry on said stock. Another one that we were looking at was actually SkyH on Amex. So SkyH did rip up to $11, $11.08. Looks like another stock with a weak break on the upwards direction. Dislocation from VWAP, a fast dislocation from VWAP all the way from $9 to $11, a fail break of 11, and now coming back through to $10. Let's see if support can come back in at $10 or even $10.15. I believe that was the line that I had on Viru, not Viru, sorry, SkyH, SKYH. Yeah, 1047. So we are a little bit away from 1047 still, but it did rip up, or 1045, whatever. But it did rip up to a good $11 on Sky H. I actually see NIO being talked in the chat right now. Funny that you mentioned that. I was looking at my morning scanners over here, and NIO was pretty up there on the list, but right now NIO obviously dropping down big time on relative volume side. Looks like it gave away a lot of its eyes. More eyes disappeared from NIO, and looks like probably went over to maybe Twitter, maybe NKTX. NIO today, however, having a nice little bump up to the north side. It's flat, but in the positive territory with 29 million shares traded. Looks like the fear of delisting is still there for stocks such as BABA, NIO, DD. I mean, man, look at BABA, well below IPO levels. It's around $85, still down 1.7% on BABA. What is the IPO level on this stock? IPO levels on the stock were around, maybe not below IPO levels, we're around IPO levels. So it looks like on the IPO day, we opened at, what does it say? Opened at 92, went to a high of 99 and a low of 89, and right now we're trading at 84. So let's just still call it around IPO levels for BABA, but getting ready to go all the way back a little bit more soon on the fear of delisting along with DD and other China stocks. But obviously BABA is a way bigger company than DD, and should hopefully not delist, and that belongs up to, or that depends up to regulators on either side joining hands and shaking hands. If one of the regulators just does not want to work with the other, then sadly BABA to the downside even more. S&P 500 back to the lower day, trying to take out the lower day here one more time and continue its negative move today, which is almost 1.3% down. So S&P 500 trading 1 million contracts on the ES. That's a good ton of volume over there on the ES. 1 million contracts so far. A big negative move on the overall market. Looks like the European markets will be closing very soon also, and whatever direction they close on, the market will be extending a little bit more into that direction. So let's see if it is to the downside, a little bit more red direction coming into the market. This is a SPY double bottom. Yeah, I have a 5-minute chart. You could call this a double bottom, why not? But for the most part, there's a level at 4,200 on the S&P 500. If you're looking at charts, I would go over to S&P 500 on the dailies. Actually, we could even maybe ask Arun. Arun, is there a level you're looking at today? Is there a level you're looking at today? Sir? No levels? We're breaking down? Well, there you go, guys. Markets to timber side. Markets just breaking down timber side. So I was looking at this 42.20 short. This is what I went short off of earlier. But now I'm really looking for the 4200 break on the futures, which might be coming in very soon. We're looking at 4205 as the lower day. If 4200 goes, Arun said there's no levels, so we're just waiting to just hammer these opportunities to the downside today. Netflix short here. Obviously, as I mentioned, I'm just not trading Netflix today. I tried it twice. I got the read wrong, so I'm not going to bother trading it more and giving back money that I've made on other stocks. So on that note, I don't know really where would you like to short it. My level was 210. I missed out that opportunity. I don't have a level anymore besides 210 or 211. If we're not close to 210, 211, I don't want to take the fills because it's not close to my entry or it's not close to my stop. So that's my idea, my thesis on the way I like to trade. If you do like this entry over here, you might as well get stopped out on the break of maybe 208.50 and get back in at 210, or just give it up to 210 depending on how much size you want to take on that trade. So it all depends up to you on that side. For me, Netflix, I'd rather just be hands off on it, let it do what it wants to do today. I missed out my opportunity. I'll play it tomorrow, maybe around the 200 level.
Brad, did we talk about DraftKings yet?
No.
DraftKings brings a lot of opportunities today also. We have 8 million volume on that name, up more than 2%. And look, looks like this level around $14 kind of strong. We have a lot of sellers in here. But yeah, so many beautiful opportunities for DraftKings today.
Yeah, DraftKings actually looks like making a move off of, obviously, I don't know if DraftKings has its own catalyst, but I do know its partner in crime. Who's its partner in crime? Penn National Gaming actually has a catalyst today. They got an upgrade from, I believe, Morgan Stanley. And Morgan Stanley said even though with everything going on, they believe big time in Penn National Gaming and their acquisition of the Score Media and something else. They said something else in that article, so I forgot what it was. But overall, Morgan Stanley coming in with the idea that Penn National Gaming is gonna have a bright future, and off of that, DraftKings making a nice 10 million share move to the north side with 2.7%. Obviously, I'm an investor in DraftKings. Makes me happy anytime DraftKings goes up, but I have also seen that every time DraftKings gets upgraded or its partner gets upgraded, the next few days they automatically just go back to the downside. I mean, just market environments are so bad. I don't really know who is going out there making big time bets on sports. That being said, though, if any one of you is following me on Twitter, your boy hit a nasty bet recently on the UFC. Where's my bet on the UFC? Here we go. We hit a 5-leg parlay on UFC, turned 10 into $117. Yeah, right, baby. And not only that, that's a back-to-back winner. Last week also, we hit this one where we turned 5 into 70. So back-to-back UFC parlay bet winners. Hopefully this time we come out a winner also. And you guys know the story of Formula One, man. Red Bull 1 and 2. And McLaren number 3, baby. Obviously, very lucky for McLaren. Charles Leclerc spun out over there on the third, on the last few corners in the last lap, and McLaren took advantage of that. So I'm happy for McLaren. But Mercedes, man, what can you do about Mercedes? It's Lewis Hamilton 14th. Russell, though. Russell with a nice 5 spot. That's a big W. That's a big W. So overall, talking about sports and DraftKings, we're happy with DraftKings having a nice 3% move today, but with high inflation period and with everything going on in life, I don't really know who's going out there spending tons of money on sports betting at Penn National or DraftKings and so on. But the future of sports betting is indeed bright. Nice parlays are super risky. You gotta risk it for the biscuit, brother.
I like that one. Anyways, yeah, when I was watching that Formula One,
The race?
yeah, Red Bull doing great though. How come? But I believe
They're cheating.
Yeah. Okay, but 20 more races, right?
Yeah.
So each team has a chance.
Mercedes has
Oh,
no
Mercedes.
chance. Mercedes has no chance. Forget it.
Okay, who are we cheering for now then?
Anyone
McLaren?
but Red Bull. Anyone but Red Bull. I'll even jump on the Ferrari bandwagon just because I don't want Red Bull to win.
Yeah.
That's it. So anyone but Red Bull. Like, I'll even buy a Ferrari jacket, the one that Luca wears all the time, just to wear the jacket.
Maybe
right?
you can repurchase from Luca.
Yeah, purchase it from Luca. That's right.
Yeah, but Red Bull drink is good, man. Let's leave it there. And a lot of people talk about Facebook currently, about potential trades on this name. Facebook down 0.71%, but looks again that we have some support here at 181 on Meta platforms. Mizuha downgraded Meta today to price target 325.
Facebook?
Yeah.
Yeah, Meta, Facebook. What else can you say on Facebook besides down, timber? It is down only about 0.7. Could extend its move a little bit more. Could just trade sideways, find a bottom near 180, 181 or so, wherever we are right now. Did you say downgrade?
Yeah.
Ooh, Sean's not going to like that. So, yeah, Facebook downgraded. And obviously I have a couple lines over here. I did mention that Facebook goes well below this. I don't know what else to say, man. It is absolute doomsday territory for all of these stocks coming in. Facebook well below the 50 period, the 100 period, and the 200 period EMAs on the daily chart, and struggling at the moment. Metaverse, it looks like you will have to launch your own metaverse to survive very soon, because your Facebook side, your Instagram side, your WhatsApp side of the business, it's looked like it's about to go doom mode. Doom. Elon tweeted. What did Elon tweet? Hopefully it was about Twitter. Let's go check out Twitter right now. I do have an order to get short, which has not yet filled. Looks like it got pretty close to that order, but we never got filled on that order. We're still waiting for that opportunity. Twitter has been great for the short side in front of 51 and great for the long side in front of 50.30. So if we do get anywhere close to either one of those opportunities, we're going to smash that one more time and try to add to our already made capital on Twitter today. Something about loving rain, huh? SoFi is trying to break high a day. Wow, that's surprising to me. You know, I would have expected SoFi to break low a day and continue going down even more south side. But no, SoFi actually looks like my charts are frozen for a second. So let's give it a minute. In the meantime, I could pull it up over here. SoFi is actually up 2.5% on the day. Let's go. But you know, we're still very close to all-time lows. All-time lows $6.23. We're up about a couple pennies or 10, 15, 20, 30 cents away from there. Nothing too happy, nothing too big to be happy about. But overall, the idea is, oh my goodness, my charts are gonna fail here for a little bit. But overall, the idea for SoFi is trying to survive a little bit around these levels is good for me because we are also invested in this stock. And in about 10 seconds or so, I'm gonna have to reload these charts. So maybe Miss V, you have something to say for about 15 seconds?
Yeah, absolutely. I also pulled up SoFi. Nice to see SoFi trying to go higher. We also can take a look at the higher time frame on SoFi. Again, to see for some potential levels. Yeah, here we go. So yes, I believe this is a daily chart, and again 6.58 is high of the day. So let's see if we break it, and if we break that, we're currently in here. So if we break it, we have much more room like to go to that $7 level. So hopefully SoFi can do so, and actually a great company, might be great potential at some point. Yeah, hopefully we will get back to that $7. And let's see what other names you guys talking about. Viru is back. Yes, I'll just wonder if we're still ripping, and Viru, no, we actually going back to Viva, but again with such a great jump to the upside, we might pull back out of one of this support level from Viru. Hopefully it's not that yet.
Yeah, indeed. Veru did go up to that 14.15. As I said, you know, maybe a fail break of 14 will go up to 14.15, 14.20. It did go up to 14.14, and there comes the return back to the downside to VWAP, as Miss V mentioned, to $13. Someone in chat said Veru needs to hold 12.79. Well, let's see if it does so successfully. That would be a little below VWAP for Veru, below 12.80, 12.79 areas. If it does manage to hold that, maybe we got more opportunities to the long side on this stock. At the moment, though, as mentioned already, Veru coming back a little bit, giving back some of the gains. Now up 17% on the day and trying to find buyers at the $13 level. Twitter indeed pumping back up to the north side. We're only 5 pennies away from our entry. Let's see if Twitter can give us that fill. Come on, baby. There we go. Pump up a little bit more. Give us that fill at 50.95. Look at that size a little bit on 50.92. So maybe we might not even get that fill. Yeah, we're not even gonna get that fill. Looks like we're gonna get front run a little bit. That's the iceberg order. That's the iceberg order. Did they get taken out? Nah, I'm not even sure what happened over there. There was size, and the size got taken out. So it looks like that iceberg order got cleaned out, and now we're waiting for a little bit more move. No, don't go back down already. Come on, Twitter. Give me my fill at 95s, and then go back to the downside. But looks like we already missed out on a nice 10-point move over here or 10-cent move over there on Twitter, and we'll come back to it when the fill actually comes in. In the meantime, let's go check out what's going on maybe on the futures. So Nasdaq only down about 0.5% right now. S&P futures down 1.3%, and I'm getting front run by everyone over here in front of my fill. Come on. I'm not surprised you aren't getting filled. Yeah, it's. What does Lucas say when I was sick? I think Lucas said something along the terms was if you're in the right direction, you're not catching the fill. So that's what's happening right now, right? I've been right in the direction so far all day, and they know that this is basically free money. They're not giving me the fill. They're gonna make me, work for a little bit, maybe haggle the price, not take the price that I wanted and take the different price instead. Let me actually do this quickly. Yeah, I can move the price down if I really wanted to. We'll see. We'll see.
We've got a super chat for Verizon from Damian Stevens. Thank you so much, Damian. I hope you're having a great day. Verizon broke $50. Any news or analysis? Long-term account hold for me. Great show as always. Thank you so much, Damian. And actually, as we know, Verizon not long time ago reported earnings. They reported they were down after the report, as they said full year adjusted profit in lower end of prior range. So they reported lower than expected earnings. In terms of today news, I can see that we have some fresh news on that name on Verizon. We will check them out together right now. The Verizon adding buy online pickup in locker as an option with express pickup lockers. So sounds like good news, but besides that, multiple price targets, like at least 3 analysts cut price target of Verizon today.
I'm just watching Apple here. I'll switch over to Verizon in a second. So 159 on Apple got called out by Luca across the room over here. As I mentioned earlier, maybe 159 would be a level for me to look for a short opportunity. So I do have an order right now. Let's see if that's a Verizon. Let's see if Apple actually manages to break 159 here, give us a nice little fill in front of the break of 159. And Twitter, for anyone who got that fill, you're already in the money. Congratulations. Looks like I had to fight for that fill a little bit, so we missed out on that opportunity. That short in front of 51 still paying you off big time money, multiple scalp opportunities. So for anyone who took that, congratulations. We're still waiting on Apple over here. Apple down 1.65%. Nasdaq looks like it's took out the low a day over there. S&P 500, that's S&P 500 took out the low over there. Nasdaq trying to go back down along with the S&P 500 move. So maybe here we see the Apple breaking. There is some size on Apple, about 14,000 shares or 15,000 shares sitting on 159. There we go. Let's see if we can actually get some fills, and we're short Apple now. So we're short Apple. Got filled 98, and we're already in the money. Only 4 pennies, nothing to really talk about. But let's see if Apple can stay under 159. Stay under 159, allowing us to build into almost not an all-day position, but a decent little winning position over here. Let's go check out what levels Apple could go down to at the moment. And I'm also watching it on my second screen over here, apple.nq. That way we can instantly punch out if we need to. So we did get into that short. Let's see if any supports could come in. Maybe 150, 158.10, which happens to be the 50-period EMA on Apple on the daily chart. So 50-period EMA at 158.10. Currently struggling to go too far to the downside. Looks like it might just whipsaw right back above 159. It's struggling a little bit. There we go. It's extending a move. Let's also filter the tape. Filter the tape to 199 shares or more. That way we don't see any of the little players in the game. We only see the big players in the game and someone who's actually moving money. So right now we're getting a nice little move. Only 11 cents in the money. Nothing too big to be happy about, obviously, on Apple, but in the right direction looks like we want to go into. I also want to go look at an MES future short at the moment, which is trying to take out the 4,200 level, and this was the level that I was talking about earlier. Why am I not seeing anything on the tape? That's right, because we filtered it at 199. So let's look at the tape real quick. Is it coming into buying territory? Is it coming into selling territories? I'm seeing a lot more red and blue than green, so that's good. 21 contracts short. Where's the big contracts at? Some small buying coming in. 20 contracts buy right there. Where this is the MES also, for anyone wondering. These are the micro mini futures. So there's some good buying coming in right now, but nothing to worry me out of my Apple short just yet. Coming back to Twitter, Twitter is making a nice little move up to 50.80 at the moment. Let's see if we can get that fill where we want to get that fill. Hal crushed. Time to go long. Cal crush, time to go long. Let's go check out HAL. HAL in New York getting smacked big time. Now down 10% on the day. This will put the stock on SSR territories. That means you cannot short the stock by taking off liquidity on the bids. You have to wait on the ask for an up move in order to take some profits. I'm actually going to quickly go over to Apple over here, take some profits on Apple because we're now 30 cents in the money. And I was supposed to talk about Verizon, so I apologize. I forgot to talk about Verizon completely. I got zoned out with all the Apple trading that I had to do over there. And now that Apple's working for me, we can go focus on Verizon. Verizon coming out with their earnings report. I believe they did beat their earnings report.
No, I believe they forecasted like worse than expected, worse, and they dropped after their report.
Okay.
But they reported like a few days ago, last week.
Yeah.
And currently, as I said before, the multiple analysts cut their price target, yes.
Yeah.
But they actually have some news that they're gonna add buy online pickup and locker as an option with express pickup lockers.
Yeah, so another thing about that downgrade, I believe, I forget who said this about the downgrade, but whoever downgraded them said, yeah, they have a good 5G rollout possibilities in the future, blah, 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 blah. But those possible 5G rollouts does not mean does not have any significance behind it the way AT&T does. So AT&T has a bigger rollout possibilities, and that's why AT&T held up the way it did not too long ago when its earnings report came out, held that $20 area so well. I'm taking more profits on Apple over here on the way down. We're now 50 cents in the money on Apple. So anyone who joined me on that 159 breakout short, congratulations. I covered 2 out of 5 lots. I'm holding the next 3 lots for a possible bigger move on the day. Let's see if we get that, because obviously S&P 500 wants to continue going to the downside after taking out the lower day, and NASDAQ is now down almost 1 full % on the day. Let's see if we can continue to hold this trade as an all-day trade. Now, coming back to VZ real quick, VZ looks like it's actually going into support territories around 49.70, but looks like we might very easily break that support maybe sometime this week or even today and continue the move all the way down to $49. Verizon Communications struggling even with the struggling with the fail report and downgrades. So makes sense. That makes sense.
Yes, it is. Those news might be good, but again, not enough to cover that bad news. And Dominic Famulara, thank you so much, Dominic, for daily support, for bringing us names, and for your super chat right now. Remember, when Twitter sells, the meme retail traders will step in big time. Applying typical trading practices and theory at that time will most likely burn you. It should be a fast, volatile mover. Thank you so much for bringing this up. And again, I think it's a great idea that every time you should kind of set your strategy according to what markets are doing currently, so we can implement that definitely.
Yeah, 100%. So I'm just throwing out a stop here because I am now short on Twitter.
Let's go.
So I'm just throwing out a stop in case it does not work for me. We don't have to worry about it. Let's see if that one starts paying out, and it's already in the money for us right now, but only by a penny, so nothing to be too excited about. Apple looks like it wants to be returning a little bit. I don't know why Apple wants to turn back on us. Only 25 cents in the money, but let me just throw my stop out over here on Apple too. What are my entry prices? 158.98. So we'll just do on the breakout of 159, get me out. That way we don't have to worry about this trade anymore. And that's how much size I have. And Twitter coming back a little bit more. It looks like we could have just been patient and gotten the fill that we wanted. Here comes Twitter. Look at that size on the bids, or on the ask, sorry, not the bids. So big size on the ask over there. I want to size up on this one. That way, if it does burst through the ask, then we take a tiny little loss after already banking a big day on Twitter. Right now, my average price is $50.93, and let me just quickly watch the tape over here, because it does feel like it wants to break through 51 there, but at the moment we are coming back to the downside. Let's see if we can watch the tape here at the moment. I'm also filtering the tape real quick. Bang! Actually, I want to filter it for a little bit more because I want to filter it to size I have, and we'll filter it that way. Now let's see where actual big money money is being traded on Twitter. In the meantime, I'm also going to throw out a stop over here real quick in case that size does break. We don't have to worry about this trade anymore. And right now, here comes to the downside. We're in the money by a couple pennies, but like I said, with the market going to the downside, with Apple going to the downside, with Microsoft going to the downside, I'm expecting Twitter to reject off of that size on the ask and not go too far up. And there we go. Microsoft now in the negative territory for the day. Facebook probably also in the negative territory for the day. So let's quickly go to Facebook. There we go. Facebook down 1% and trying to extend its moves probably more, because what is NASDAQ doing? NQ/M22CM. NASDAQ trying to also struggle at the moment. NASDAQ down only 0.6% though. Still better than S&P 500, which is down 1.6%. Miss V?
UVXY ProShares Ultra Big Short-Term Futures ETF is ripping. A lot of people talking about that. So yeah, I will hit that rocket ship. And maybe you have any thoughts on that UVXY on AM?
Give me a second. Ooh, I have to just do this real quick again. All right, we're good with that. We have to just remake the stop because I canceled my stop by mistake. And then now UVXY. Actually, I wanted to save this for Brandon, because I think Brandon had a pretty decent trade on this ETF today. Obviously,
Nice.
volatility index, volatility ETF up 8%. When the
you're
market's
right.
coming off the way it is, it is absolutely destruction mode for the market. So when the market's coming off this way, the volatility obviously taking a hit along with it. And we're now just waiting for our Twitter short. Apple once again 35 cents in the money. We're trying to also look at the chat over here. Chat's talking about NXTX and NKTX. Sorry, NK. Yeah,
It's
NKTX.
on our watch list.
NKTX apparently halted just now at 1656 and trying to continue its ascent to the north side. High a day not too far from here. We just got stopped out on Twitter over there and flipped long because we took some profit. So let me take out some exit on there. Twitter, there we go. We got exit, and now we're quickly go back there, and now we can watch the tape in case we want to figure out how to play this short again in front of 51 level. Twitter trying to get back up north side a little bit. We did get flipped long, and I closed that long right away for a tiny little winner, and we took a tiny little loss on that break of 51. So now we're just watching the tape, watching for there we go, we're back in. No, give me my size. They didn't give me my size. Okay, we're gonna fight for that size then. We're gonna fight for that size. We're back in, and now let's try scalping some exits on the way down because we're already in the money on this. So let's go Twitter. In the moment though, S&P 500 trying to rip back up to the north side off the low of day. S&P 500 finding some buyers, looks like in front of 4,200 and getting ready to go north. So there goes the market to the north side a little bit, and that might just help Twitter also in front of this 51 level. But so far we have been successful with this with the short on this level, so we're gonna try it one more time. And if this level then fails for us, then obviously we give up on this short side on Twitter. Miss V?
The Playmaker 88 asks what price will NKTX open. It says me 16.56. So let's see, guys, where we actually will be open. Crazy, like on this holds, like bid and ask show some weird stuff, but yes, currently it says 16.56. And also, guys, we can view it with our P-Parade platform. I can send you the link so you can learn more if you're interested. I know a lot of people ask about that, and it's available everywhere in the world. You can either open office at your place and have all the benefits we do, or you can join existing office already, and yeah, available everywhere in the world, unfortunately except for the US due to some regulations, guys.
Looks like Apple just stopped me out on this up move over here. Looks like market's trying to rip up to the north side. Let's see what everything wants to do right now. Looks like market once again just bouncing off, turning around in front of everyone, not trying to extend its downside move that we've been witnessing all day so far. And so far right now, I'm not really sure what direction the market wants to take off into. You know, NASDAQ was trying to go to the downside and now finding buyers. S&P 500 was also moving to the downside and now finding buyers. Looks like we might just get one of those sideways action day, a very boring day, unless later on in the day the market really figures out what direction it wants to go to. I guess then we can get a trade out of it. So Apple, we got stopped out on this one just now. And what other stocks were we talking about earlier? Viru, we were talking about Viru still above 13 bucks. So congratulations for anyone.
NKTX open.
NKTX, which was halted, opened up exactly where it halted, and it's trying to once again do some crazy stuff over here. Let's see if we can actually, how much volume is on this? 61 million shares today, and relative volume on NKTX today 921 times with a float of only 19 million shares. Oof, lots of eyes coming in on NKTX without a doubt, trying to take the stock to the moon at the moment. High day 1711. Let's see if we can get a breakout of 1711 and get into another halting territory for this stock that everyone's enjoying trading today. Clearly. I just got stopped out of Twitter there. Just a 1 penny loss. We were short 50.99 and we went through 51.01 over there. So quick little tiny loss over there. Still trying to work with Twitter on the 51 level. It's trying to bounce above the 51 level at the moment. So I'm still trying to work with it. Look at the buyers coming in over there. Let me just quickly filter the tape one more time. Filter. We don't need to do that much now. So let's do that much. Let's see if we can see any shares coming in. At the moment, we're not seeing it burst too far from this 351 level to the north side, so we're still seeing some barriers around. Looks like 5110ish or so. But at the same time, we're also not pushing too far to the downside either on Twitter, so which is very confusing. Looks like there is some battle coming in front of VWAP, and now the previous range of 51 to 50.30 seems to have changed a little bit. So we'll work with this one, see if we can get a nice little trade off of it. Maybe Apple back below 159. We got stopped out on that one. Maybe we should have given a little bit more room for us to wiggle around in on Apple, but it's all good. We're still in the money on the day. Apple is number 3 on the day for us, so hopefully we can add to Apple somewhere later on in the day to our PNL. But at the moment, we have no more shares left on Apple. Sale, Twitter. Sale is my buyout stock. Twitter, I'm in the money. Let's see where it goes to. Lost it all, made it all back. Yes, sir. That's what we're talking about. Just got to keep on trading it. Keep on trading those levels. I'm going to add most likely to my Twitter here as long as market coming back to the downside. Yeah, I'm going to add to my Twitter there. We're once again back in the money on Twitter. Let's see how much lower can we go here at the moment. Only 8 cents, but obviously for the amount of size I have, I'm in a decent amount of position at the moment, and I'm enjoying this trade. So let's see if we can get a little bit more push on Twitter to the downside. Current average 50.92. So I don't want it to whipsaw against my average over there. Then I would be very upset. But looks like it wants to whipsaw right against my average. And me adding on my short over there was annoying. Come on, Twitter, just go back to the downside.
But another one that going to the downside, actually AMD broke a little bit low of the day, now trying to go higher. So I wonder if we will find support in this area for AMD.
AMD today, yeah, you said it got upgraded, but still struggling, no without a doubt over there. AMD, eventually we got to see what happens with the stock without a doubt. But right now, AMD has been battered down once again, down back to flat territories. I want to say, it's not really nothing to be happy about on AMD for as an AMD investor. It is once again going back to, like I said, maybe those $80 levels. If we do get back to those $80 levels on AMD, I might think about adding more to my portfolio. So at the moment, we're just patiently waiting to see what AMD wants to do in the near future. I'm married to the stock, as some of you say. Love making those jokes. So since I am married to that stock, it is very much dear to me. I care about it very much. So Twitter once again going back to the downside, but very much flirting with my PNL. Nothing too exciting going on over there.
Talking about stocks you're married to, let's talk about Tesla a little bit.
Tesla.
And Tesla broke VWAP to the downside, guys. We're now at 987 again. Low of the day for Tesla is around 976, and we actually have support in that area. So if we will take it a higher time frame, here we have 976, a good support for Tesla. So if we go back to that level, I mean, it's great if you wanna get to the long position out of that level. If it shows some strength, that market will go back higher. But if we break to the downside, yeah, I wouldn't go long then. Easy, right?
That's right. Tesla is a short here. Let's go check out. Miss V already talked about Tesla, so we're good on that one. Hey Chad, how is Elon going to pay for Twitter? He has to sell off his Tesla. I believe they said he has funding secured, about 41 billion or something. So he has funding secured. Twitter will be announcing sometime today, I believe. We're still waiting for when that update comes from. Ooh, what happened?
Do we have a ghost who switches our
I
board?
think so. I think so. Some ghost somewhere switching our board, and now my board's not working again. Do you mind putting the one with my face on?
I'm trying, but it doesn't work. Something definitely going on.
Looks like our board is down one more time, so we're just gonna have to stare at our screen right now the way it is. So we're still waiting to see what the market wants to do. S&P 500 still playing with that same level on the downside, which is at 4,200. Nothing really exciting happening in the market. I'm still waiting to see how my Twitter trade pans out for me. It might burn me and put me in the negative on Twitter today. We're still in the positive on Twitter, but if it burns me and puts me in the negative on Twitter today, I'll be pretty upset. But what can you do? We got a amazing trade on it all day, and we're just repeating that trade for ourselves. So we're trying to do the same thing that's been working for us all day. That's pretty much it. This show needs a new platform. I think it's just a couple buttons in the background that aren't working for us for some reason. So besides that, I don't think anything else to be really freaked out about on our platform end. But yeah, it just sucks that we're having to go through that today, without a doubt. So we'll see what happens. Eventually, hopefully these buttons are working. No, they're not. Miss V, you're messaging him, right?
I did, and what Fahad says that we can switch with the switcher but not the stream deck, which is inconvenient.
Oh, okay. Well, that one's gonna be a little pain. Looks like Twitter is now working for us. Let's go, Twitter. Let's take out some more size on this bad boy. We do have to remake our stop though, because our stop is set to the amount of size we have. So let's remake the stop to that, and instantly whipsaw right back on Twitter. What the heck is going on with this stock? Whatever. We have our stop out. We have our trade out. Oh, market made a nice little bump up over there. That's probably why. So market made a nice little bump up over here. S&P 500 trying to rip up north at the moment. So maybe we think about weaning down some of our size and get back in on Twitter at a different price point. So let's cut down a little bit more and add back in at a different price over here. What's my current average on that? I don't want to lose on that. Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're holding this one. We're adding back over here. Awesome. There we go. Nice little move back up on Twitter. We're adding it back at the level that we want to, and we're working with this trade one more time. And now I can just do this. Bang, bang. Cancel, cancel. And we're good. Awesome. Disney sliced through VWAP. Disney apparently cracking down over here one more time while the market's actually ripping up. NASDAQ making a nice move up to the north side right now. NASDAQ only down 0.3%. S&P 500 down 1.7%, 1.17%, sorry. And it looks like it wants to bring everything up with it. I'm watching right now a couple of my buyouts go crazy, which is fun for me, obviously. But Disney got beat up quite a bit today, but now only flat territory is down 0.23%, sorry, and above VWAP. So Disney going to the north side above VWAP. But keep in mind, Disney will probably take over Twitter in the near future. That's just my opinion. I think Disney will easily take over Twitter in the near future and be the supreme leader of the streaming industry not too far from here. That's just my opinion. I would love to see how it actually plans out in the near future for Disney. Disney also has a lot of problems with China related, that COVID can play disruptions for Disney. So be careful on that side, whoever is invested on the Disney for that side. Twitter, you mean Netflix? Sorry, I mean Netflix. If I said Twitter, it's probably because I'm trading Twitter so much. I probably meant Twitter, but no, I meant Netflix. Big competition for Netflix coming from Disney in the near future. Netflix obviously down big time today, down 3.7%, getting beat up. Beat. We're still in this one, and we're still making money, so we're taking out more positions to the downside. We still have quite a big bag. Are they not going to fill me? Really? You're going to make me take out size to get the fill? You suck. No, maybe HBO, not Disney. Ooh, you're not wrong with that. HBO is pretty good with what they do too. So HBO could easily take over that side of the business. But I think, yeah, we might just have to wait to see. You know, we might just have to wait to see who ends up being the supreme leader of the streaming world very soon. I think it will be somewhere between Disney and HBO. But obviously Netflix is going to struggle as it is right now. Netflix pulled a blockbuster. Yeah, that's pretty much what's happening with Netflix, right? DWAC, I see DWAC being called out in chat. With Twitter moving to the north side, the only expectation is DWAC to the south side, and that's exactly what's going on. DWAC once again failing to find support, especially off the catalyst that Trump wants to buy Twitter and make Twitter the supreme platform for freedom of speech and so on. I did hear though that Trump was talking about DWAC not too long ago. Trump said that DWAC applications will be opening up soon. He also mentioned that the what's it called? I believe the Android side will be coming, or sorry, I think he said the Apple side will be coming in soon, or the Android side, I forget what, and the wait list will be is being accepted. More and more
His
users
platform?
are being accepted. Yeah, his
I believe
DWAC
first it
platform.
was available only for Apple users. No,
So maybe
I
then
believe.
he's making it for Android then, because I heard I saw the video recently, but obviously a couple missing spots for me on that video according to my memory. But looks like he is getting ready to ramp up with the DWAC side, the Truth Social media side of the app. And when that comes out, DWAC might be in play one more time. But today, DWAC's play is obviously to the downside.
Would you join? Ooh, yeah. Looks like we can switch, but you cannot, guys, see our faces. Oh, you can see mine. You cannot see Brad's. Anyways, maybe this work.
What are we doing? You want your face? Here, you?
Yeah, you can absolutely bring my face because there's no my face in there.
Yeah, your face won't show up, but it's just that box today.
Yeah, so anyways, guys, even if it's not my face, it's my screen, and here I'm like painting a heart for you with my mouse cursor. So yes, I want to remind you, team, please support us. We definitely have some issues with technical issues with our switcher board, but anyways, please make sure you like this video. We have 2,700 people watching, 455 likes, and we would really appreciate if you help us to get to 1K likes as soon as possible. And again, I hope you guys having a wonderful day. Again, I'm keeping an eye on that Tesla. Tesla broke that weave up to the downside, but we bounced back to the upside out of that 987 level, trying again. And markets are also actually back to weave up levels, but if we dip more again, I would expect Tesla to go to that support level of 976 level. And I saw that a few people are considering Tesla for shorts right now. So let's see, guys, if it works, and let's go back to the chat. What you guys talking about? Maybe we can
Back to me?
back to you.
All right, awesome. So we're taking out more profits on Twitter there to the downside. Just keep on rinsing, repeating. I'm just getting fills at 95s and above 95s, and I'm taking out below 80s or below 90s. Sorry. So even quick 5-point, 10-point moves are more than enough for me on Twitter at the moment. So every time we do go down there or back up there, I'm absolutely taking those fills, and I'm continuously rinsing and repeating these trades. And right now my average looks like 93.5. How is my average 93.5? So let me take out. Ooh, it wants to go down more and give me more money. Let's take out more size. Ah, they only filled me a little bit of my size over there. That's not fair. Come on, boys. How much do I have to do there to my OCD? Okay, so I have to do. There we go. Just for my OCD, we fixed that. We fixed the amount of orders we had to do there. Let me do this real quick also. And I don't think I can add to my short because I have a stop out. So let's actually add to my order to Twitter to get more short and see if we can get that fill also. At the moment, we're already 10 cents in the money, and that's a pretty decent chunk of money that we have for the amount of size we're getting. So don't go back up. No, I mean, if you are going back up, just make sure you're giving me the fill. So now our average is 50.95 as exactly as we planned it to be on Twitter at the moment.
We got a super chat from Isa Mohammed, actually. Thank you so much, Isa. I missed you so much. I hope you're having, you had a great weekend. Welcome back. And I hope you're having a very, oh, Arun looking at me. Don't make me shy, Arun, just in between me and Isa, you know. And again, the super chat message retracted. You say that, but Isa called me princess and also said that he likes how I say Tesla. Tesla for you. And this animation also for you. Isa.
Let's go. Our buttons are working again. What the heck? Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. But as long as you guys are having fun watching us, that's all that matters. Now 12 cents in the money. Let's take out some more profits over here. You know, like I said, just adding it above 50.95, taking it below 50.85, just rinsing and repeating, taking as much size as I can. Well, realistically, not as much size as I can because I can take a lot more. But obviously, if I take a lot more and it doesn't work for me, that's basically me getting shut down. So I'm not going to get shut down. I'm just going to keep on adding to the money we've already made on Twitter today. As you guys can see, get short, scalp out. Get short, scalp out. Get short, scalp out. That's what we're doing continuously. Apple, I want to see if Apple is once again below 159, and the answer is negative. Apple is actually above 159 right now. Makes sense because the market's ripping to the north side. So market up almost. Ooh, I have to recreate my stop because of how much exit I already took out on Twitter. All right, coming back to Apple. Makes sense because the market is actually moving back up north right now. S&P 500, Nasdaq almost back to flat territories. So big dub coming in on Nasdaq over there. Nasdaq really fighting its best fight today in order to stay somewhat flat / positive, and S&P 500 just struggling over there. But S&P 500 is only down 1%. We've seen the market completely reverse from negative 2% moves and positive 2% moves to the other side of the day in no time. So because of that, I can't sit here and say like, oh, I don't think S&P 500 will not reverse today. It very well could if Apple, Microsoft, Facebook, all of these big tech stocks, Tesla, have enough power to pump up the whole market with it. S&P 500 might just get a little bit of a help from the overall basket over there. But right now, the overall indication obviously is to the downside. Apple almost back to 160. So maybe we'd look for a short opportunity on Apple in front of 160. I don't think we get about 160 today on Apple, and we're pretty close to it, giving it about a 20-cent risk, getting short here, and a possible move back to the downside. Seems like a very logical trade for me, so I'm going to do that right now, and we're going to take a small trade. You know, we're not pushing big risk on Apple over here, but you know, small little trade, just adding to the money we already made to Apple is more than enough. There we go, already in the money about 10 cents. Obviously nothing too big to be happy about, but nice little move coming in on Apple. At Microsoft, they're not Microsoft. Twitter, once again, 10 cents in the money, and every time it gets to 10 cents in the money, Pratty scalps some out and he gets back in at the higher price point. So we're going to do that right now. We're taking out some more money on Twitter, and why not we do that on Apple also? Let's just take our first lot out of 5 lots out on Apple, and we hold the rest for a possible bigger move, which is now extending because S&P 500 just tickled VWAP and is now heading back to the downside, and looks like Nasdaq is above VWAP, but Nasdaq does not want to go higher. Well, I'm hoping it does not want to go higher. Let's see if it actually ends up going higher and burning us. But right now, Apple 20 cents in the money. So let's take out one more. You know, this is we always talk about, where I always talk about, risk to reward ratios. You saw me risk about 20 cents for a possible 20-cent reward right now, so that's a 1:1. And now we have 3 more lots of our trades left. Let's see if we can get a 3:1 by getting a bigger move to the downside on Apple right now on the short side. So market does want to come back down. Here's your S&P 500 trying to, where is it? There we go, trying to go back down after tickling VWAP. Tickle, tickle, tickle. Now 30 cents in the money on Apple.
But I can see a lot of love on the chat today. Looks like, guys, you were missing us over the weekend. So did we, and Isa Muhammad sent more 2 super chats for me. Super pretty and cute Valeria, for your information, I know to have a good taste in almost everything. Isa, no doubt. Thank you so much. You make me blush. Again, thank you. Sending you all the love and positive energy. Nicole Harris, also proud, asking to double check the short interest on SKYH, if it's still 50%. So you remember last time on Icon I saw 0.50% short interest, while you saw 50% short interest. So how's it going now?
Yeah, SKY, I still see 50% on my platform over here, Trade Ideas. And hey, Trade Ideas actually follows me on Twitter now.
What?
So I'm famous. Let's
Celebrity.
go. Let's go. Yeah, I was pretty shocked when Trade Ideas followed me. I was like, what? But yeah, anyways, coming back to SkyH, some platforms say 50%. Some platforms, obviously, as Miss V said, Icon Terminal says 0.5 something. And we saw Finviz mention 5%. So it changes from platform to platform. It depends on how they report and so on also. So because of that, I don't really know the actual true short interest number for SkyH, because the numbers just change from everywhere. The numbers just change everywhere across the board. Looks like Apple gave me another profit target over there to the downside. Now we only have 2 lots on Apple. What is this? Is that my stop? Let's recreate that stop over there then to the correct size that we're holding on Apple at the moment. And I don't know what else to do with the Twitter. We have size, but it's not going back up to give me more size, so that doesn't make me too happy. That actually makes me unhappy, because I want more size for the potential down move on Twitter if it does happen. But actually what I do notice is, let me pull it up over here. What we're noticing right now is very good support coming in around VWAP. So because of that, we're gonna take out another 10-cent winner on Twitter and just hold on to our last lot of shares. And now this last lot of shares will hold on to a whatever move we get, maybe 50-30. If we go back to 50-30, I'll actually throw in a target for 50-35 right now to see if we can get that fill. And if we get that fill, we're holding to that. If not, we'll just get stopped out on a possible move back up to the north side. Will that go? Oh, it does work. Awesome. So that we got to throw that one out there too. Apple now out of the money. Looks like Apple wants to return to the north side a little bit. Apple out of the money by 2 pennies, and we have our stop out there for a possible break of 160. So if Apple breaks out past 160, we lose about 20 cents on that trade, but we already made 40 cents on 3 lots. We're about to lose 20 cents on 2 lots. So still a winning trade over there overall on Apple for me.
First of all, again, I literally shocked, amazed by Isa Mohammed's 7th super chat for me. Isa just sent 7 super chats. Isa, thank you so much. Fan number 1, love you, sending you all the great energy. And I really hope that personally you having a very profitable, great day. Also, someone on the chat asked where they can find imbalance locator. Guys, we have imbalance locator built in our PPRADE platform. The only thing I can do is to send for you how to use and implement into your trading imbalance locator, but I'm pretty sure you can Google and search, maybe any other platform has that, or maybe you can contact your broker, maybe they have access to that. And Joshua Kim asking, how long did it take for you to get used to the Day Trade World platform? Well, that's a good question. I would say to be quickly manage all my positions, know where is what located, how to use that. It would take for me approximately from like a month to 2 months, but I'm pretty sure like if it's not me, someone else, like you can get used to the platform much faster. And again, like it's nothing, I love our platform and I really feel comfortable trading on that. It just now I know some things, for example, how to remove like what do you call that, candles? Huge candles on the charts, when like
dark pool candles.
So now I know even how like to remove dark pool candles without any other's help.
Quick something to mention. I did say I would hold it for my target 50-30. Yeah, right. Pratt saw money and he capitalized on that opportunity. We took out half of our bag over there on the down move on Twitter. So you know, as I mentioned, we're just scalping the crap out of it, taking size and pushing big money over here on Twitter. And in case we don't get that bigger move to the downside, who cares? We're still scalping the crap out of it. So now that extension of the short continuing on Twitter. So congratulations for whoever that is short 51 with me. I know a couple of you in chat were talking about that trade not working out. Listen, the idea is not about you being right or me being wrong, or you being wrong or me being right. It's about having a setup and using that setup as long as that setup continuously works for you. I don't care if you're right, I don't care if you're wrong. It's about how well are you able to take advantage of your setup, and do you know where your rules are? Do you know where your exits are? I know where my exits were, I know what my rules were. I abused those rules continuously and I made money on that trade, and I'm continually adding to that profits that I've already made on Twitter. That's all that the argument will come down to. It doesn't matter who's right or wrong. It's about knowing what your trade is and trading that. And talking about knowing your trade, our guest trader of the day is talking about, I believe, UVXY. I think he had some good executions on there. Obviously, I don't know what he had because he didn't share his chart with me today. He just directly sent it to Valeria. I see how it is.
I was trying to give you a break. I was trying to give you a little break.
I'm no longer needed. What's up, Rankles?
What's up, buddy? How are you?
Let's check out your trades today.
Okay, so today I traded an instrument I haven't really traded that much in the past, but I think right now in this type of market environment, it's not easy, but I think there's a clear trend, and I could trade off that trend. So the stock we're trading, or the ETF actually we're trading, is like the Ultra Shares Pro VIX short-term futures. So essentially what that does, it tracks the short-term futures of the VIX, and when the market is going down, the VIX is usually spiking, the fear index is spiking, so there's going to be some good longs in this. And today I kind of figured that the market was going down. I didn't really have too much of a bias on the upside, mostly on the downside. So how do we trade this though? So I'm looking at the ES futures when I'm kind of trading this, just to make sure that I'm in the right trend. So once a trend forms, I'm looking for a level that I could get long off of and kind of just scalp from there. So what ended up happening today was that this 16 level was kind of like the level on that first trend of the downside of the day. So I was just scalping off, knowing that 16 is my out. I'm scalping off it, taking kind of small shares and here and there, but then slowly as I gain confidence in the level, I scale up. So this is a small little scalp win, small little scalp win, get out when it breaks 16, but realize like even though 16 has broken, like it's still a pretty strong level. So kind of unfortunate on the second attempt that it goes without me. But then look, the market's still in a clear downtrend. So when these pops happen, it gives you opportunities to get back into the VIX futures long. So I get back in knowing right in front of 16, knowing that if it breaks, it's my out. And then as I'm trading it throughout the day, I'm getting more comfortable, adding more shares and making more money. So that was good. So we keep scalping, just with 16 at our level, not doing anything to overcomplicate the trade, keeping it as simple as possible. And then when 16 starts to break, we get out. And then I should have maybe a futures chart here to see why I re-enter. So once again, the market kind of rallies, and that's why the VIX is dropping here. And then it gets to that kind of near high of day, and I'm like, okay, I think this is another reversal in the market where it's going to go back down. So I kind of want to long the VIX again, and that's what we do here. We use kind of this consolidation as our bottom. We get long off that and just keep scalping. Unfortunately, I missed the big move up, but I have been trading it later on from this chart. So this chart ends at 11.13, and just keep kind of doing that same pattern where when the futures are getting kind of to high of day, we're expecting a reversal because the market is weak, and kind of just longing the VIX from there. So that's the trade for today.
Yeah, man. It's market. Why you laughing? Stop making me laugh. When the market obviously comes off and UVXY ripping up, beautiful opportunity. For example, traders like my dad who don't like going short. They're afraid of going short because they know the potential of you losing money is exponential. It's no cap if you don't close your trade, that is, right? Yeah. So for someone like that, if you don't want to go long QQQ, what you can do is go long the volatility index, because obviously the fear is there, inflation and everything and so on. Was there any other reason as to why you chose UVXY today?
More just because that was my bias for the day, was that the market was going to go down. And when that happens, there's so many different instruments in the market that you could play. And I thought today I wanted to play with the VIX futures, because personally for me, I haven't had too much success in just playing the futures outright. I feel like you have to be more of a sniper, and there's more risk. Where this is like, it's a cent spread, it plays the same trend. I could size up and feel safer when I am playing this kind of trend.
Yeah, makes sense. I like that answer very much. So basically, you can manage your risk a lot better than doing it on futures or something. Yeah. So yeah, obviously managing your risk is the name of the game.
Yeah, and it's like there's other stocks you could say, like, oh, you could play an Apple, you could play a Facebook or a Microsoft, but that's a harder. I feel like there's a lot more noise in those type of stocks, and the trend isn't as clean. Whereas with the VIX futures, I would say it's pretty clean. When the trend of the market's going down, this is going up, and it's easier to trade, in my opinion.
Yeah, 100%. Thank you once again for coming on. Good change of views for once, watching you trade some volatility index, volatility action. Can't wait to see what you have to showcase to us in the next few days this week. Lot of excitement, lot of earnings plays. Yeah. So buckle up, cowboy, because we're about to go party time in this market.
Yeah, should be fun. I'm excited for this week. I hope everyone is.
Thank you, Brankles. And for anyone wondering why I call him Brankles, I know Neil answered that question in the chat. The way our usernames work in the software, you can actually see my username right here. If you zoom in the YouTube video, I don't know how you would zoom in on the video, but PRADHAKK, you could actually see my username right there. It's a combination of first name and last name, and his name Brandon and his last name, whatever his last name is, the combination of it just becomes Brankle. So it's a funny little name for us. We use it, and now it carries on. As Neil mentioned, people still use his username from 2003. So that wasn't even in Canada in 2003. So that was a long time ago over there, man. Talking about Ford, so I'm actually short Ford. I know people called out Ford, and I forgot to mention that I was short Ford. I added on the way up, but looks like Ford now wants to rip back up a little bit. We're gonna cover some of our shorts over here. Let's see if we can capitalize on the move on Ford if it comes back to the downside. Kind of like a Twitter trade. It's very much stuck in a range and taking advantage of that range. Twitter came right back to 50.90, and now we're seeing a pretty good barrier being formed up at 50.90 on Twitter, because every time we go to 50.90, we're instantly pushing back down 10 cents or more. So for anyone who's still taking that advantage on Twitter over here, scalping the crap out of the range that you're getting, 72 million shares today, ladies and gentlemen, 72 million shares on Twitter, giving it a relative volume of about 2.05, sorry, not 2.5, which is still a lot of eyes watching this stock. Sadly, we don't have any more shares right now. I'm gonna have to leave Twitter alone a little bit, because I am watching Ford more to see what Ford wants to do, and just an example of what I'm doing with this stock over here. Nothing really to talk about, but it's just buy at the bottom, sell at the top, or sell at the top and buy back at the bottom. just another range trades kind of setup. Just range trading a lot of stocks today for the most part. Apple seems like it came back below 160 slightly, but now it's struggling around those 160 levels. Let's see if Apple can manage to go back to the north side with the overall market here, which is now NASDAQ up 0.1% in the green side, and S&P 500 slightly above VWAP, trying to continue its ascent above VWAP, and who knows, maybe we get into the green territory on S&P 500. If S&P 500 managed to get back into the green today, then I know a lot of portfolios are going to be smiling, a lot of portfolios are going to be happy with it overall. At the moment, our forward position is starting to go against the money for us, but let me just quickly make sure if I have a stop or not. I do not have a stop for forward, so if I do wanted to get stopped out on this trade, it would possibly be on the break of $15. So I would have to throw my stop around that level for forward, and I have no other positions that really matter at the moment besides that. Looks like NIO wants to break out. Let's go check out where NIO wants to break out to. North side a little bit. Is that the idea that you have? Looks like, NIO is pretty close to, look at this resistance over here into the close on Friday. So looks like that resistance into the close on Friday is still acting as a barrier. Also happens to be the pre-market high of Friday itself. So I'm not sure how much of a move does NIO have to the north side, especially with that barriers coming into play on the 5-minute chart. Something that I would keep an eye on when I'm trading Netflix. One thing that I would keep an eye on when I'm trading NIO would be FXI. FXI is actually your large cap Chinese ETF stock. It's a very good barometer as to what's going on with the Chinese stocks overall. And as you guys can see, the Chinese stocks today are down 1.34%, but looks like most of them have managed to climb back up from bigger losses on the day. Example, BABA, which is I'm guessing climbed back up from a big loss today, and pretty much looks like the FXI index, because FXI index holds BABA the most, or I think BABA is their biggest weighted stock in that index. Oh, Miss V.
Pride, a few people were asking about, let's actually first take a look at earnings. Earlier today we were discussing that we have a big week for earnings, absolutely, and I meanwhile will bring the board for you guys. So the companies I'm gonna show right now are those who are gonna report earnings after the close today and before the open tomorrow, and we are almost ready. Here we go. Ta-da! So we have some big companies right in the middle. We have that UBS Bank. We have UPS Delivery Company. We have Pepsi, which is going to report. Super interested to hear from Pepsi because we just had Coca-Cola earnings report. They reported better than expected. We have JetBlue on airlines, General Electric, I believe this is. We have that Valero. I know a few of you guys talking about that. We have that Chinese educational company New Oriental. We have Invesco, that OI energy company, I believe. A few people were talking about that one, and we have many more. So write in the comments, guys, what you are the most excited to trade tomorrow out of this list. I am just personally excited for Pepsi. I want to hear how they gonna report their earnings, and I will just get rid of this. We will go back to the chat and we'll see what you guys gonna talk about. Forgot about Whirlpool. We don't have it on the board, but I will just for you double check when we have earnings for that one. Whirlpool. Here we go. We will go to overview. Yes, you're actually right. Whirlpool is going to report today after the close, and this is kitchen and laundry company. All right, so definitely you will be looking for that one, Michael Travis, I guess. And guys, absolutely bring names you want to talk about. I can see right now the Tesla is back to 1000 level. even though we're down 0.43%, but Tesla relatively strong on the day. Majority of the day we hold above VWAP. We broke it once and didn't fail all the way to their lows, and the opposite, going higher and higher on that name. Vero going longer longs. I like that. Let's take a look at that. Vero, definitely name of the day. Vero, congratulations to Arun also to catching that jump to the upside. And yes, looks like we touched the VWAP. We don't want to break it. We want to go higher, and I would love to see Vero go back to day highs. WKEY halted. Big news. Let's check WKEY, hopefully on Nasdaq. Yes, it is. Open price supposed to be 2.56, and maybe while Pra talk about that one, I can pull up news on that name.
Yeah, Veru looking very nice today, or Veru nice today.
Yeah, Vero or Vero?
Veru looking very nice. That's the joke right now. That's the joke. I came up with it while I was in the washroom, and I felt really smart while coming up with this. So now I feel like a genius even talking about that joke. Anyways, coming back, WK got called out in the chat, halted with very little volume. It looks like only 100,000 shares traded today. Biggest volume candle of the day, obviously only 100,000 shares. That big volume candle allowing the stock to pump up the way it did. I want to go check on if this trade was halted off of Nasdaq halts. Was it a halt off of why am I even doing this? I have a beautiful platform right here that tells me exactly. No, it doesn't, because I am stupid. Limit up down. Yeah, it is a limit up down. It's not a news halt, so it looks like it could be something fun to watch if volume can pick back up on this one, and if it could go a little crazy in either direction. That would be fun to watch. Nasdaq is just ripping to the north side, taking S&P 500 with it. S&P 500, which was down 1.3% or even 1.6%, I believe, at one point, is now only down. Oh my goodness. Is now only down 1.8%. Oh, sorry, now only down 0.8% on the day, and trying to continue rip up north side. So market trying to have some fun right now, baby. Market's trying to wake back up over here, and as Neil and Sean said, hopefully market can find a direction and stick to that direction. Sadly, we've yet to see this direction come into play because the market is just going the W pattern, the W gang.
Talking about W, that VK DAX has news. This is e-security company based in Switzerland, and has news that it's going to sell 51% stake in Arago, a German artificial intelligence platform company, after having received assurances about source and timing of funding. Okay, so we're selling 51% stake in Arago on that VK side
for $25 million. What is $25 million these days? $25 million is nothing these days. Like, companies are billion-dollar companies. They're selling 51% of something they own, an artificial intelligence company. AI is supposed to be the future. AI is supposed to be the next crazy. Well, WK just opened up, and look at the volume on WK. It just went from 100K to 500K shares. WK is about to probably halt on the way down now off the way it's moving. We're looking at 600,000 shares. The volume is ramping up on the stock. We're about to hit 1 million here. Holy moly, WK, what's going on? 12 million shares traded, 12 million floats, sorry, and the relative volume is now 4 times relative volume than its usual. So obviously now all eyes on WK instead of Veru. Let's see where WK wants to go off to. I got the keys. Looks like we got the keys over here, baby. It's waking up. Lots of eyes on it. Now the expectation is for us to halt at this, find buyers at previous halt price, which was around $2.35. Let's see if we can do so successfully and find some buyers coming in around these prices. Where would VWAP be? I can't even see VWAP because the chart's so distorted at the moment. So maybe if I go over here and check for what VWAP could be on this chart, Looks like VWAP is at $2.33 on this 15-minute chart that I'm looking at right now. So I'm guessing that's where VWAP would be, $2.35 or so. We are seeing the stock not go too much lower than that 235 area. So that idea of 235 holding, the previous halt price holding, is kind of still being in play. Now, if buyers can come back in and the stock can rip up all the way back through the day's high and show us some new ranges to play with, that'll be very interesting to keep our eye on. I'm gonna go check now W key levels on the daily. W key levels on the daily looks like we got some barriers around $3, some barriers around $3.72, and maybe even $4. But right now we gotta go up to $3 for a possible test of that. And today's high is 266 on W key. W key, baby. What am I looking at right now? Top streams, what the heck? All right. Let me quickly go back here. What is the chat talking about? KSS buyout rumors. There's always a new buyout rumor about Kohl's, isn't there? Kohl's just loves coming out with buyout rumors, like women like changing clothes or something. I don't even know if that joke makes sense over there. But KSS, man, just ripping one more time off that rumor. What was the stock on Friday? Anyone remember what the stock was on Friday that ripped up off the rumor? Luca, anybody? Bed Bath & Beyond, BBBY, that ripped up Friday night. He wasn't even here. How do you know? This man wasn't even here. Neil,
Right.
Bed Bath & Beyond. Neil wasn't even here, and he remembered that stock. So yeah, Bed Bath & Beyond moving on Friday off a buyout rumor. Today, though, it looks like it kind of did nothing. It is down 1.3% with about how many million? 3 million shares traded, and it is now coming down a little bit off the day's high, which is $17.51. Coming down. Twitter. Oh my God, Twitter took out 51 to the north side. Here goes Twitter. Twitter ripping out right now. Thank God we're not short Twitter right now. Obviously, I mean, I did mention if the market's moving up the way it is, I do not want to be short Twitter. But look at the size on Twitter at 51.51. 250,000 shares at 51.51. If we go back a little bit higher, I am absolutely taking that short on Twitter, or a possible breakout of 51.51 to the north side. Check chat. What chat am I looking at? Musk Twitter deal to be valued at $44 billion. Sources say Wall Street Journal. Deal to be announced after market Monday, if not sooner. Sources say Wall Street Journal, Twitter. So looks like that 51.50 I was talking about, that size got taken out real quick. Brad, you can forget about that. I should have just taken the breakout of that level. Twitter is waking up now. Let's take a breakout of 52 over here maybe, because why not? Twitter is absolutely waking up right now. 52 breakout. Let's see how that trade works out for us. Baby, this stock is waking up. I should have probably just taken that 51.50 breakout, but I missed out on that opportunity. Let's see if there's any size on 52. There's about 100,000 shares on 52 right now. Let's see if we can get that breakout. Look at this volume ramping up.
Crazy.
Holy moly. It is crazy. I got filled. Oh no. But we're instantly not out of the money right now. Instantly out of the money. How did I even get filled? Did it even break? It broke by 5 pennies. It broke by 5 pennies. We held it for a little bit longer than we probably should have. There we go. This is what we're talking about. Netflix burned me the first time, but I won't get burned the second time over here. Let's go, Twitter. Keep on ramping up, baby. We'll take some profits over here. Twitter's adding to the profits to the short side first, and now to the long side. We're still watching the tape. I have no reasons to get out there. I don't see red on the tape at all. There is no red. There is no reason to exit. There is no reason to exit. Then you just keep holding the profits. 52, you better continue holding 52. Come on. You better continue holding. S&P 500 tries to hold VWAP once more and does so successfully. Oh, come on. What are you doing over here? Get back up there. Get back up there. 51, 52 failing right now slightly. We're out of the money slightly, but let's see if 51.85 does break, then we have to sadly get out of this trade for a loss after taking a nice little winner on that position. So we're just watching at the moment, still battling the 52 price on Twitter, but it is slowing down a little bit. It does not excite me as much as it did previously. So we're watching this still. Come on, Twitter, get back up there, baby. The volume has died down a little bit, and the momentum has seemed to be slowing down. So we'll take out one more lot size, and now we have 2 more lot sizes that we want to hold on to and play with. But as I'm talking about this, nothing about this is exciting me. Nothing about this is exciting me, so we're going to get out. Nothing about this is exciting me anymore. Twitter did have a nice little breakout, but nothing besides that. Nothing
But you
really.
still caught some move, right?
A little bit.
It's good too. And Dominic Famulari sent us a super chat. Thank you, Dominic, our friend. Trader Prod, I told you an hour ago, don't short, you lose. Get in, go long, and sit on your hands. Well, Dominic, thank you so much. And yeah, looks like still we caught some piece of that pie.
Well, like I was saying earlier, this is why I don't like that statement. Like, I'm not trying to argue with you either. I just don't like that statement because it's not about you being right or me being right. It's about knowing the setup that you want to trade and trading that setup. If I lose on that setup, that's fine with me because I know what my rules are. I know what my setup is. I actually made way more money on the shorts today than I did on the long. But obviously, probably if I went long over here or long over here on the 5150 break, yeah, maybe I would have made up more money than on the shorts. But that idea is so invalid because you could have made money on the short side all day. You could have made money on the long side afterwards. So that statement is a little iffy on my end, but as long as you made money on it, congratulations, because the opportunities on Twitter are immense today. Immense opportunity. The stock is trading 81 million shares. Like, there's so many chances that we can take a trade in. Even now in front of 52, you can get short in front of 52, give it the risk of high a day, which is 52.29, and if 52.29 breaks, you take that loss. Let's say you take 100 shares right now, you give it 30 cents of risk for a possible $30 loser, for a possible move right back to $51 level. But obviously we have a positive catalyst now coming into Twitter that they are talking about the deal to be announced by the market close or somewhere before the market close. So all things now pointing to the north side on Twitter and are looking good for Twitter at the end of the day. But to start off the day with, you smoked that short opportunities. Right now, where did my Ford trade go? I'm still in my Ford trade and actually out of the money a little bit. We're out of the money by 3 pennies on Ford. I still don't have a reason to really get out of Ford yet. My exit is on $15 breaking. So not 15, not breaking. I don't really have a reason to take a loss on Ford just yet. And we're looking for our buyout stocks are working for us. Futures. I don't know what I want to do with futures. I have made some trades on futures today, and I have been successful on the futures trade so far. But right now, you know, with a lot of upside and downside action coming into the futures, I really don't know what I want to do with them. So maybe just leave them alone a little bit more.
Brad, yeah, I like it. Octavio says trade your game. I absolutely agree with that. And also Nicole Harris says, can you look at Indo recent low float energy stock runner? Only 1.88 million float on that name and only 200,000 volume today. We also down more than 6% and we are on SSR. Even though I can see if I take a look at a higher time frame, we're kind of at a support level at 1785, around that level. So let's see if Indo want to break that one and maybe go to these levels at around $15, or Indo won't bounce back higher out of this $17 and $18. But chart looks super weird to me today on Indo.
INDO. I'm Indo, smoking Indo, baking Indo. I don't know what else jokes can you make about Indo over there. I'm watching Twitter on the second screen over here. Someone just posted, I think 10,000 shares on the bid, and they just got instantly filled. And people are posting size on the bids right now, and they're all getting filled. We're actually seeing MIAX gateways on 5214. So people are posting gateways that fill late, but also give you tons of fees on that fill. So looks like a lot of buyers are stepping up on Twitter right now. I know I was supposed to talk about Indo, but I cannot not talk about this when I'm noticing this happening on the level 2 and tape. Lots of buyers posting and then sellers selling to them, and more buyers coming in and refreshing. So 52 trying to hold up its best right now. It's struggling, but doing its best to hold up at the moment on Twitter. Now, let's quickly go back to Indo. Indo a little bit low on volume today. I do believe this is an oil stock.
Yes, energy sector.
Energy stock, oil stock. I don't know if it's and integrated oil. Okay, oil stock, energy stock. And I do know oil stocks today had a bad catalyst. They all dropped down from about the global
crude prices.
Yeah, about
yes.
global oil blah 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 that was going on in the along with Russia and Ukraine. That has to do with the catalyst too.
Lower
So,
Chinese demand continues to hurt prices of
thank you
crude
for saving my
oil.
life. Yeah, can you just repeat that, please?
So lower Chinese demand continues to hurt prices of crude oil, and there are worries about this. Beijing, meanwhile, saw the Chinese yuan skid to a fresh one-year low.
Yeah, so that catalyst over there bringing down most oil stocks. You saw INDO down 4% today, but looks like we are kind of holding up pretty well in support ranges. We still got a good down move to $15 on INDO before it really we start screaming trouble on that stock to the downside. INDO, another one we can go look at is Oxy. I know Chevron got downgraded off that. CVX down 3% today, and Chevron's earnings report coming up in 4 days. You already mentioned the earnings report for tomorrow.
Yes, I did.
And in that there were any big names like Pepsi.
Pepsi, that's right. I said that I'm the most excited about Pepsi because Coca-Cola just reported better than expected. I want to see how Pepsi does. Hopefully we're team Coca-Cola here. Sorry, guys. And also UPS Delivery Company, UBS Bank, General Electric.
Oh, gee.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. So we got a pretty good basket coming in there, but I think we still have a couple more days of patience for the actual real basket of stocks to come out, which is your Apple, your Microsoft,
Alphabet, Visa.
yeah, Google. Facebook is done?
Let me check.
I think Facebook's done. No, Facebook's actually in 2 days. Wow. Yeah, Facebook's in 2 days. So a lot of fun stuff coming ahead of us. You know, this is why Prad's got to be into the office at 9 o'clock, because we can't miss earning plays. But once earning season is done, we're coming back at 10. We're not touching the opening flow. The opening flow sucks. Opening flow is garbage. Why are you looking at me like that? For earning season, yes. For earning season. We have to. It's earning season. MODD on what? Something is going on.
Real quick, Brad, while we are on earnings, so here KS beat idea for poll, Coca-Cola versus Pepsi. I know we already done that poll before, but I think it's very on time to do it again. And guys, what would you prefer, to make a poll like Coca-Cola versus Pepsi drink-wise, or Coca-Cola versus Pepsi company-wise for trading? So let me know and we can make that poll easily.
So anyone who's on the Twitter trade mentioned, I remember how I said you could get short in front of 52 or even above 52, given the risk of 52.29. Looks like that trade is still in play for anyone who wants to take advantage of that. At the moment, market is coming back to the downside, so this could help you on the Twitter short. But please keep in mind, the catalyst for Twitter looks like it's in the more and more to the positive side. I believe the buyout price is 54.20. So obviously, little joke with the 420 number over there, Elon being a clown that he always is. For anyone who saw that Bill Gates tweet, what are you doing out there, Elon? And the even funnier part of that story is apparently Bill Gates messaged Elon on the what, SMSs or whatever. I don't know what they use, but he SMS'd him and he's talked about philanthropic efforts, or probably helping each other in doing philanthropic work over there. Elon fires back with a reply. Elon goes, "Do you still have that $500 million short position in my company?" And then he goes, sorry to say this, but yeah, I do still have a $500 million short position. And then Elon goes, all right, don't talk to me, delete it, block my number. Elon's such a clown and a joker. That's why we love Elon. You always gotta love Elon because of that clown behavior that he does, right? Bill Gates and the pregnant Bill Gates joke, yeah, that one was another clown behavior. Like, this is a guy who's a CEO of billion-dollar companies, and he just has no problems just being a clown on the internet. I love this guy. Twitter though, man, here comes your Twitter short for anyone who's taking advantage. I don't know why I am not. More chances for Twitter shorts to be adding to my pocket over here. Honestly, Looks like I missed out on a beautiful chance over here on Twitter. For anyone taking advantage of that, congratulations. I want to go check on Apple. What is Apple doing at the moment? Once again, below 160 on Apple, but not too far of a down move. S&P 500 trying to find support in front of VWAP, and NASDAQ also might try to find support on VWAP on the way down here. Wow, 62 votes in, and it's Coca-Cola 70%. That's right. I don't trust people who drink Pepsi.
Right?
That's a stupid statement, but yeah, I know. Just gotta go with it. Where are we going to next? Elon calls out Evil Gates. Evil Gates, eh? Wow. Yeah, it was just a good war between two billionaires. I enjoyed watching it thoroughly. The war between billionaires. All right. Now that we talked about Tesla and Microsoft, why not we just go check out Microsoft today? Microsoft ups in the positive territory once again, up 0.6%, looking good. It's doing its best efforts to keep the market alive a little bit. NASDAQ only down 0.13, sorry, not 19, only down 0.13%. Still looking better than the S&P 500, thanks to Microsoft, but no thanks to Apple. We said look at Tesla. Is Tesla back to 1K? Very close. We're only $8 away from 1K, and we actually tapped 1K quite a bit over here. Yeah, we got to move above 1K to about 1,003 or so, but still seeing rejection in front of the 1K level on Tesla. Tesla. NKTX just brutal. NKTX just brutal. I'm not sure why. Hopefully you're not getting burnt on the short side on this one. If you are shorting it, then yeah, it does make sense that it is brutal. But looks like the stock is actually very good for the long side today. You know, something that gapped up 100% and it wants to go. Does not want to gap and fade. It wants to gap and go. Everything just looks good for NXT right now. Insane. Miss V?
Yeah, I can see Lucas messaging that your stream deck won't work again in a minute. Those are great news. So let's see. It's a nice game. You know that game? Unlike you put the wood sticks on top. Jenga. So it's gonna be Jenga for us. On home of us, the stream deck will stop working. So yeah, you said.
Oh, there we go. I was just testing to see if it works or not. You're good.
Still working. So yes, Tesla indeed is now actually $992, but we were back to that 1K level at some point no long time ago. And I actually, guys, on Friday we had some big imbalances. So I'm really excited to show you best traders to day trade the world for Friday. So I'm gonna bring it up real quick and share it with you.
Thank you, Miss V. Yeah, I can't wait to see what the number one person made.
We are ready. 140,500 profit on Friday. Again, we don't know where those people located. We only know their P&L, their profit, and markets they were trading. Chicago, Nasdaq, New York, 140,000 profit. Second place, 95,000, also trading American and Canadian markets. Third place, 25 and 900,000 profit. Trading Europe actually, so congratulations. And fourth place, 22,000 profit, trading Nasdaq New York. Fifth and sixth place, 19 and 18,000, trading Nasdaq and AMX. So congratulations, guys. Proud to be part of Day Trade the World, and of course, proud congratulations on that 140,000 profit.
Miss V, don't say that. Now I have to file the taxes for that money, Miss V.
I'm just proud of you.
I was trying to hide that money from the government so I don't have to pay taxes on it. Now that you mentioned it live on the internet, now they're gonna come after me. And they're going to knock on my door. Yeah, my enemies, yes. What was that from again? I forgot. The
Tinder swindler.
Yeah, my enemies are going to be after me now. God damn. Come on, Miss V. Now, all jokes, all fun and games aside. Man, that Twitter short. I'm so angry at myself for listening to some of you in chat and not taking that Twitter short at 52. I am so annoyed and so angry, but I can't blame you for not making the execution when I was the one talking about knowing your setup and trading your setup, and then I let others sway me out of my own setup over there. So bigger trade opportunity over here on the short side than it was over here off the open for me. So for anyone smoking it, I hope you're adding to your PNL, because I'm not. So add it for me. Please take advantage of this trade for me, for whoever that's already in it. I'm not saying get short now. I'm not saying that. You should have been short already, taking the 40-cent move that you're getting out of it right now. Prattle daddle, pratty daddy in penitentiary. Oh no, not the penitentiary. Brad not trading his own game. Yeah, exactly. Not trading his own game is why I'm getting annoyed a little bit, because not taking my own setup, not listening to my own rules, not doing what I want to do annoys me more than anything out there. That's the anger in myself a little bit, right? But maybe I need to just manage my anger a little bit also. Anger emotions. Which broker is good for Forex trading in India? Ooh, I cannot answer that question for you, my friend. I am not from India anymore, sadly. But one thing that can help you maybe is what some of our viewers in the chat who are from India, or even Google. Google is a great tool that can always help you with such questions like these. Too hot? Too cold?
Too cold.
Too cold, yeah. That's why I'm wearing this jacket. Actually, like, I just have a normal shirt on today, the Archegos shirt. The Archegos risk management shirt, but I sat down here in the morning and it was freezing cold. I was like, nope, I'm wearing a jacket.
When's summer coming to Toronto?
It's like 11 degrees today, right?
I don't know.
It's supposed to be 20 degrees right now.
It feels like, I don't know, 2 because of the wind.
No, it's probably because they got the AC blasting in this corner and we're freezing because of that now. But yeah, it's supposed to be 20 degrees outside. All right. Finally got green shorting NVIDIA. Okay, let's go check out NVIDIA, and welcome to the green side, my friend. Obviously, green side on this chat means you're a member.
Right.
So not welcome to the green side, but welcome to the trading green side. NVIDIA short, yeah, beautiful short on NVIDIA. Looks like we're pushing to the downside right now with the overall market a little bit. S&P 500 below VWAP. NASDAQ trying to hold up in front of VWAP. NASDAQ in the negative territory once again. And S&P 500 has been in the negative territory all day and extending that negative move on NVIDIA and NASDAQ. If NVIDIA is coming down, I'm expecting maybe AMD to come down along with it, and it is indeed. AMD now testing, looks like a lower day off the open, almost pre-market levels also on AMD. It's 10:33 p.m. in India. Ooh, nice. 10:33 p.m. So almost time to go night-night. It is 1 p.m. What? It's 1 p.m.?
Yeah.
How is the time going by so quick? I thought it was like barely 12 right now.
Busy making money, Prad?
I guess so. I'm not even looking at the time. It's already 1 p.m. We're only looking at one more hour. Say that again? 5145 offering Twitter, IEX, a ton of size. Let's go check out this guy right there. 150,000 shares on that gateway. It's on EXB now, looks like. Oh, there we go. BYX, BATY, ton of size on Twitter on the upside right now. Looks like there's some barriers coming into play. Some sellers being putting up some orders over there. Man, what a short on Twitter. Congratulations once again for anyone who had it. I am crying. I'm crying. But now that we're going back to 51 areas, though, I think 51 could end up being a support after the way it traded all day. So let's see how Twitter ends up looking at 51. That size is following him down. That size is following it down the whole time. Now IEX's order is on 51.25. That seller's real. They're getting filled. They're taking all the execution. Someone wanted to offload their Twitter shares over there, and people are taking them out, looks like. So something's happening on Twitter. Someone just offloaded a ton of shares over there on Twitter. I don't know why they would do that. If the rumor is the buyout's going to go through, why wouldn't you wait for 54.25 or 54.20 or whatever? Why would you just take the profits over here? Maybe they were short. I don't know. Who knows what the story is? But the point is right now, tons of money being moved around on Twitter. 92 million shares traded today. The relative volume must have gone up above 2. Let's go check out relative volume. No, it's still at 2.35. That's also strange. Relative volume still around 2.35. Sell the news, buy the rumor. That is a setup indeed. So very well could be that setup is playing out right now. Not sure if Neil made a trade out of that. Neil, do you want to talk about that if you made a trade? He doesn't have his mic on, so maybe you guys will just have to wait till 2 o'clock to see what
That's
happened on
right.
that side. Kathy Wood move. Oh, is it? Is it a Kathy Wood move? I'm actually poking my head over to see if there's anything there on the CNBC News Network, and I am not seeing anything. They're actually talking about China stocks on pace for the worst month since January 16th. So BABA, NIO, DD, and probably other Chinese stocks struggling over there. Twitter with a nice little bump up off of 51.20. So not even all the way back to $51 for giving me an opportunity to get long. Come on, Twitter. Stop playing around in ranges I don't want to trade you in. They are trapping buyers with the news. Sure, I mean, that could be a possibility. I just don't know if that's where they're doing, so I cannot say that with 100% guarantee. Let's go check on W key, because W key was something that was going crazy for a little while, and then it just completely stopped going crazy. W key is now 3 million shares traded compared to the 150 million shares traded into the halt, but looks like after the volume that it moved, it immediately died down, and now we're seeing absolutely nothing happen on W key. A lot of sleeper movement happening on W key at the very moment. Let's go to NKTX, I believe, or was it NKXT? NKTX?
Let me double check for you.
NKTX, yeah.
NKTX.
NKTX still above VWAP and looking good right now, trying to trade around $16 on NKTX. And maybe we can also go check on Veru, which did dip below $13, but not too far. And now we're back above VWAP, back above 13, and trying to see if we can go play with those levels on the north side at $14 one more time. YOLO, Prad, let's go. YOLO is a trading style I learned from the internet. Yeah. You only live once, but your bank account struggles when you're trying to do that. So I don't know if I want to YOLO. I don't know if I want to YOLO that.
Yeah, we have educational video on YOLO, so
Yeah?
if you want to think about do you want to YOLO or not, I recommend you to rewatch that one.
100%. Twitter right now just slowing down a little bit, but volume is still higher than for the most part. So volume higher than most part of the day, but coming down a little bit on the volume side. Let's see if we can get back to the previous volume candles right next to it over here. Those big volume candles that we just saw. Pepsi sounds too much like Pepsid AC for me to get involved. I'm not sure what that means, but okay. W in Twitter, nice. Yeah, big W in Twitter for many traders today. A lot of opportunities, a lot of money being poured into people's bank accounts. Thank you to Twitter today. A lot of fun trading the stock for myself, without a doubt. What up?
No, I'm just reading comments about Coca-Cola and Pepsi. And guys, again, according to our poll, 74% out of 327 people who voted are more fans of Coca-Cola, and 26% of that number fans of Pepsi. But again, guys, even if you voted for Pepsi, I think it's cool. I personally voted for Coca-Cola and I like Coca-Cola more. But if you like Pepsi, means you're a minority, and minority are always cool because, you know, you're not like all the others and not like a mass. And again, doesn't matter what you like until you like it. Who cares? Well, while we're here, I want to ask you for likes, guys. So as Brad noticed, just 50 minutes left until the end of Market Movers, and we really hope you will support the community and smash the like button. We have 2,500 people watching, 639 likes, and would be really great, and we would really appreciate if you help us to get that 1K likes. Again, likes are not only pleasant to us, but also help to improve YouTube algorithm. YouTube somehow pushes videos with bigger like amount and so on and so forth higher, so others can find out about our show. So team, please go along on the like button, and back to Prad.
Awesome. Back to me. Looks like NASDAQ wants to rip one more time after touching VWAP over there. NASDAQ now moving back up a little bit, back to positive territory compared to a couple minutes ago where we were in the negative territory, obviously. And someone was talking about ARKK. ARKK ripping up right now, holding above VWAP and looking good. 2% up move on ARKK. And we all know how this stock has been struggling for quite a while now, right? Without a doubt. So today it is actually moving in the other direction and looking healthy, almost like NASDAQ, which is you know, Nasdaq has been flirting with the flat, flirting with negative, and flirting with positive the whole day. But it's better than seeing what S&P 500 is doing, which is just get beat up for the most part. Right now, though, S&P 500 above VWAP and trying to you know, look a little bit healthier, almost like its partner in crime, Nasdaq over there. Let's go check on some of the other markets. DIA, which is diamonds, or sorry, what is it? This is Dow Jones 30. So DIA, Dow Jones 30 today, with 3 million shares traded, down only 0.5%. Russell 2000, how do I pull that one up? IWM Russell 2000 on Amex. Currently, with 20 million shares traded, IWM Russell is pretty much flat, only down 0.2%. So most of the markets are looking better than the S&P 500. So my guess is S&P 500 figures out a way to move up north, because markets, for the most part, are trying to do that. In the meantime, Ford, which we are short, trying to go see what it wants to do with the $15 level. We do have a stop around 15 or so. Let's see if we get stopped out on Ford. Looks like it might just happen right here, in which case Ford will be our second loser stock of the day, after having Netflix being the only negative stock for me today. Ford is going to probably join that party, that bandwagon, the loser bandwagon in my blotter. A blotter just means the board, the list of stocks you've traded, or I don't know how else to explain it, the board, I guess.
Brother Silvio, people talk about crypto names. Bitcoin actually is now a little bit higher, 0.12% to the upside, even though we're still below 40,000. We're now at 39,400, but looks like crypto is trying to go higher.
Crypto's trying to go higher. I'll take that. I know crypto was at 38K when I came into work, and yeah, crypto now trying to go back to the north side. We were in the negative territory deep on crypto market, but the nice little move up coming in right now to help it go flat. I'm not sure if we get back over 40K today. I'm very doubtful of that. And if it does get back about, oh, looks like I got stopped out on Ford right now, actually. Didn't even notice it. So Ford is going to join the negative blotter for me today. Let's see how high can Ford go so we can get back on it. But talking about cryptocurrencies, nice little comeback on Bitcoin and Ethereum. But Solana and Cardano still struggling. Dogecoin with a 15% move. What? I should have worn my Dogecoin hat today. I actually checked cryptocurrencies before I wore my Dogecoin hat, and I was like, oh, Dogecoin's in the red, I'm not gonna wear it. So I decided to wear my AMC hat today. Looks like I made the wrong decision, because Dogecoin up 15% in the money today, ripping up in the north direction. Not sure what the catalyst is for Doge to do what it's doing, and I guess something to do with Elon and Twitter or something. Who knows, right? Ooh, that's a good thing to also question. If Tesla or Twitter becomes Elon's portfolio, which is very much likely right now based on everything that's going on, what are the chances? Are you kidding me? They stopped me out and they're gonna come back to the downside? I'm gonna be angry if that's the case. We're just gonna go back and short, whatever. Go back and short. We are now short that price, and we're gonna throw out a stop one more time. There we go. Stop one more time out there. So what are the chances that Dogecoin will be something that you can use to buy stuff on Twitter? Who knows, right? Maybe you can buy Twitter Premium with Dogecoin. Maybe you can buy Twitter merchandise with Dogecoin. So something fun will for sure be. Just confirmed Elon is owner of Twitter. If Elon, I'm not sure it's confirmed yet. I'll wait for that update to come in from, maybe Miss V or Brandon or Neil, because I trust, Icon Terminal and so on more than just reading it off chat. So I'll just wait for that confirmation. Why didn't I get stopped out on Ford? Hello? I'll be happy I didn't get stopped out, but I should have got stopped out on the break of 15 over there.
So you were requesting kind of crypto news or something?
No.
Twitter?
Elon Musk. Yeah, Elon Musk apparently is now the official owner, but I don't know if he actually is.
Oh, like to let you know once he's officially in.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Brandon will do so. Talk about your hats. Do you own TraderTV.Live hat?
No.
We need to get you one.
You need to buy me one. You need to
Absolutely.
put that on Sean's bill and for sure buy me one.
And actually, we have a few different styles, so you can pick one. We have like a snapback, The one that Sean
we'll go
has?
with the snapback for
This
sure.
one?
Yeah.
Sure, guys, if you're also interested, like we have our merchandise on our homepage. Here you can click store and a few fun stuff you can find. And I'm super excited to see you wearing a TraderTV.Live hat once it arrives.
Yeah, I'll be. I don't even know where my. I also need a Trader TV hoodie, so maybe you can get me one of those.
You
too.
have t-shirt, right?
I just have a T-shirt.
Which hoodie do you have?
What are the two options again? The I'd rather be
So
trading.
you want a black or white one? If you want a black, we have this one with
It's gotta be
large
black.
Trader TV logo, and another one we have small Trader TV Live logo in the front. And I'd rather be trading
We'll go with
in
the big
back.
Trader TV logo.
Yeah, I have both though. I love them.
We'll go with
Okay,
the
I'll
big
get for
Trader
you.
TV. Thank you, Miss V. Awesome. I'm getting new merchandise. Yay! I'm excited now. I actually have a smile on my face. I'm excited for the new merchandise. So S&P 500 moving up so good right now. Nasdaq helping it too. Nasdaq moving up. S&P 500 moving up. Not only down 0.5% on S&P 500. So you know, not really sure what I want to do with some of these trades. Twitter moving back to almost $52. Let's see if we can get a little bit closer to 52. That way I can get short on Twitter, risking only the high day break. And if that short works out one more time, we'll take advantage of that short also. Now, the first time we missed out on that opportunity, so this time I'll be taking less shares than I originally planned on, but I'll still be taking that trade in hopes to replicate something similar from what happened not too long ago. So let me actually just throw that order out right here. I'll do it over here at that price, and we'll do that many shares. So we have an order out right now. Let's see if we can get filled on that one. In the meantime, as I mentioned though, market indeed trying to go back up to the north side. S&P 500 only down 0.5%, Nasdaq up 0.3%, and trying its best. And Ford's high day is 1502 and was also the lowest day from a couple days ago, or Friday, sorry. Ford lowest day on Friday was actually $15 flat at, what's this high? 1512. So today's high says 1513. I'm not sure that's legitimate. I don't think that's actually accurate. So today's high is actually 1502, I believe, 1504. And we're once again short $15. Let's see if we can give it a couple pennies risk over here of 1504 or so on Ford. And if that takes out, then we just take the quick little loss again, trying to just work on a nice little short on Ford in order to capitalize on this move that Ford is showing us to the north side. I don't believe on this positive move on Ford. I do think that we're going to see some rejection coming in around these prices, but as I mentioned, you know, this is just my book, my setup. This is how I like to trade some of these stocks, shorting the high day area, shorting the previous day's closed areas or so, or previous day low areas. If that setup doesn't end up working out for me, then that's fine. We just take the loss we take on it, tiny little loss. We've still up on the day. We still got a bunch of trades across the board elsewhere to make take advantage of. So just sticking to our setups. But Ford indeed trying to go north. Look how the bids are evaporating. Sorry, the ask is getting smacked. I'm not seeing any reds really coming in. We're seeing a lot of greens coming in. 1,000 share green, 1,000 shares greens. People are just hitting the ask over there. So that's why we're not giving it too much of risk, and we're also not taking too much size on this trade, just in case. Just in case.
Right here, moving that CYN, we have 9 million volume. We are on SSR, still down more than 3% on the day, but a nice jump to the upside. Latest news on that technology company, I can see from April 23rd around, after they said that they announced launch of Drive Mod Kit, which is fully equipped autonomous vehicle. So yeah, and we're running. Look, we were down 3%, now we're down 1%. So deserves this for CYN.
Yeah, CYN ripping right now without a doubt. 9 million shares traded, and actually down on the day even after this rip, down about 1% on the day, trying to keep on going north side. For let's see how much north can we go more on CYN. On the dailies, what levels do I see? Looks like we actually have yesterday's high at $2.80 and the day before that high of $2.45. We might have a range play between those prices, $2.45 and $2.80, I believe is what I said. Yeah, $2.80. Let's see how the stock trades within that range. Today's high is $2.69 with as mentioned, 9 million shares traded. CYN float. CYN float 7 million and shorted about 3.6% of that, and relative volume is 4.23. So tons of relative volume on CYN without a doubt. Some catalysts allowing it to be on the downside, but now it looks like it wants to gap down and fade the gap back towards the north side.
I can see a lot of people talk that they like water over Coca-Cola and Pepsi. Guys, I'm absolutely on your side, but like we decided to choose only those two because Coca-Cola just reported earnings, Pepsi is going to report for tomorrow, and again, if out of Coca-Cola and Pepsi you prefer more water, smash the like button, and if we get 1000 likes means a majority of our viewers prefer healthy water.
Yay, yeah, healthy stuff all the time.
Oh yeah.
Water is a beauty. Cold
Vito.
water is an absolute
Yeah.
like lifesaver sometimes. Yesterday it was so hot in my room, it felt like a sauna, and I was like filling up my water bottle so many times. It was ridiculous. It was super hot in my room yesterday, but hopefully it's not that hot today.
What happened?
Twitter. Someone called out Twitter. Not sure what we're seeing on Twitter just yet. I do have my order to get short. Never got filled on that short order. It's still playing between 52 and 51 right now. So let's see what Twitter will do in that range. As I mentioned, I want to be short closer to 52. That way I'm only giving 30 cents of risk to the upside. And I don't want to be, chasing the entry down here. Let's see if it does manage to get back up there. And if it does go back to 51 or so where VWAP is, I'll maybe even think about a long opportunity in front of 51 for Twitter. But right now, I think for me, the trade is just let it do what it wants to do. I'll just be hands off for it at the moment. I do have my forward trade that kind of does, I don't know what it wants to do yet. We're flat on the position right now, not in the money, not out of the money. Besides that, I do have a couple other positions which are buyout trades. I'm actually might just close one of those buyout trades because it's been doing nothing for me all day. So I'm just gonna take out the size on this one down there. I'm out of that one, and I have my last buyout trade that's still going for me that I'm holding for a possible bigger move later. Talking about buyout stocks though, Activision is something that had an earnings report today and looks like it did nothing off that earnings report. I believe they missed their earnings and obviously got smacked down to the downside almost 1%. But right now, not really giving me the ranges that I'm used to seeing on Activision. So nothing exciting for me. No real trade to be made on Activision, and obviously hence I haven't made a trade on this stock today. F is kicking butt. Right now it's absolutely flat for me, not really doing anything. We're still risking the high day break, so we're in the good area. Market might just come back to the downside here. S&P 500 still in the negative territory. S&P 500 down 0.7 and trying to battle this 4240 areas, I guess, or even 4245 area. Let's see if a rejection can come into S&P 500. If a rejection can come into S&P 500 and the Nasdaq, I think that would be really good for my Ford short. But right now Ford is showing us a lot of buying in front of $15. Does not really want to go to the downside in front of 15. The barrier, the support looking very healthy for Ford. So for anyone who is trading Ford and is long on it, congratulations. Ooh, big buying just came into Ford there, though, or sorry, selling just came into Ford. They just smacked all the bids over there, which is good for me. So still a ton of battle happening. Nothing to be too worried about for me, but we'll see when the stop comes in, we get stopped out, or when the money comes in, we take profits.
Someone brought ATR on the chat, and indeed we're getting higher on that one. We have 11 million volume. The only thing, like usually on SSR it says Y, which means yes, or like N, which means no. What does C stands for on SSR?
Yeah, SSR N means N, no, Y means yes, and C is probably day 2. We don't really know what the C is yet on our platform, but I believe it means it's on day 2 SSR because SSR lasts for 2 days.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
it will go to 69.69. Ooh, I'm not sure what stock you're talking about over there. My phone just got activated. I don't know why it got activated for the number 69.69. My phone's naughty over there. Ooh, Nasdaq moving up north, S&P 500 moving up north along with Nasdaq. So let's see if our long trades come into play for us, or do our short trades come into play for us. Remember, I was talking about buying puts on Friday. It worked out like a boss. Nice, DP. Congratulations. Anytime my homies over here are making money in the chat, I'm always happy about that. So very, very good trade, my friend. Congratulations on that puts, on the futures. Or I mean, on the S&P 500 or NASDAQ, whatever you took it. If Elon buys Twitter at 54.20, does that mean the stock price will go to 54.20 if the deal goes through? That is very much correct. That is exactly what's supposed to happen. Over the time period, it will go up to 54.20, and the closer we get to the deletion time on that stock, the more chances it will be trading at 54.20, meaning the stock might not be trading on the stock market anymore unless his plan is to keep Twitter private. Unless his plan is to keep Twitter public. If his plan is to keep Twitter public, then it will continuously trade at the stock market and probably have some moves around there. But if his plan is to take Twitter private, which means take it off the stock market, that means eventually Twitter will go trade at 54.20 and stop trading after a certain date that we don't know yet. We've yet to know what that date is. Ford is now working for us to the downside because S&P 500 and NASDAQ have stopped trying to attempt go north and are now curling down. So on that down curl comes the break of $15 on Ford. We're now only 2 points in the money, only 2 pennies in the money. Nothing too significant in terms of unit per share, but obviously for the size we have, we're about to make a decent chunk of money on this down move on Ford. Ford's still in the negative territory for the day for me, but let's see if we can turn that around with a nice flush to the 100-period EMA, which is at 14.90, or even a bigger move than that. 14.90 will give us a good 10-cent trade on Ford. And a bigger move than that, maybe even back to VWAP, will be beautiful. A nice 15-cent, 20-cent trade on Ford would be awesome. That's just trap longs. So yeah, hopefully more trap longs start punching out and push me into the downside and give me profits. Whatever it is, trap longs or trap shorts, as long as it's working for me in my direction, I have no complaints. And now that it's actually coming down a little bit more, let's start taking some profits over here. I'll take the first leg out on the profit. Let's see if they fill me on 96. Is my order on 96? Yes, it is. And they did not fill me. Awesome. Cool. Cool beans. Cool beans. Who is shorting my Veru? Someone's probably shorting it. I'm not sure who, but someone's probably shorting it. You know, Veru's giving you a perfect short opportunity in front of 14.14. We talked about this earlier in the day. Watch for that fail break of 14 and a possible move back to VWAP on Veru. That happened exactly as mentioned. And then I also mentioned, you know, watch for $13 to get held up, or even slightly below $13 to get held up on Veru. We're seeing that happen also. But right now, though, Veru's struggling to keep on going north and test the high a day. It is now turning back a little bit. Let's see if it go all the way back to VWAP or all the way back to $13 on Veru, or do we somehow start finding buyers one more time and go back to that $14 test and break out of 14 through 14.14 and keep on ripping north side. Miss V?
Yeah, looks like Neil is shorting Vero, and guys, you will find out during the closing show. Again, please make sure you subscribe to our channel. We are super close to become 300,000 community. You can see right here we are now 2,092,000, which means just around 8,000 more subscribers needed to become a 300,000 community. Also, I saw a lot of hate in terms of how I pronounce Pepsi. How you say Pepsi, Brad?
Pepsi?
Pepsi. So people say that I pronounce E like A. So guys, Pepsi.
I don't think there's a problem with that at all. I think these guys are just being little naughty boys by saying that. I think you're good.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm just remaking some of my orders over here. for more size on some of these other stocks, because why not, right? We've been making money all day on them. Why not just make more money by adding more size if it does come back down? All right, now that those orders are done being made, I also need to remake my stop on Ford, because we took out one lot size. Wait, we didn't even get filled on that one lot size actually. So now I have to remake that order for oh, come on, man. Remake that order for the actual size that it was, and obviously the order cancels itself. Wah, wah, wah. All right.
Talking also about Twitter, Elon, and Tesla, I'm super excited to see after that buy by Elon will happen, what's going to happen to Tesla, if it's going to affect it anyhow, if it's going to boost Tesla to higher, or maybe on the opposite, we will see a dip on Tesla. But when those news came out first time, I remember Tesla went to the downside.
Yeah, so we're just gotta wait to see what happens. Obviously, we can't really predict the correlation between Tesla and Twitter and what might happen. But according to history, that is a good way to, have an idea, have a plan. We always talk about using historical levels, using historical setups, using something that happened in the past on a stock to see if it happens again. So as Miss V mentioned, she has noticed something along those terms where Elon buys something and something else happens to Tesla. So let's wait to see how that correlation plays out between those two. Obviously, Twitter, big rumor to get bought out and go private. Little naughty boys, yeah, the little naughty boys in chat. CYN breaking out, gonna squeeze. CYN looks like it wants to continue going up north side and keep on ripping. So let's go check out CYN. Actually, it did hit $3 and came back downside. CYN originally down more than 10%, now actually up in positive territory, up 3% on the day. Looks like a good little reversal coming in on CYN, helping the stock not get battered more than it already did today, and now looking healthy. Let's see what happens with some of these support levels. I believe I said 245 or so. Let's quickly go here, CYN. Let's see what the levels I was talking about. So we did take out the 280 level. We hit the $3 level. Looks like we actually gap closed at 3. That's a successful gap close over there, and now we might try to come back down, or even could rip to 350. Let's see what happens on CYN. A big move up after actually being down on the day, apparently. Viral Rick and Morty line, little naughty boys. It could be. I was actually watching the latest season of Rick and Morty. I've yet to finish it. Also, I started watching Uncharted last night. I've yet to finish that one too. I'm like 3/4 of the way down in the movie Uncharted. Tom Holland, not bad at all, man. Tom Holland is a little cheesy with his acting, don't get me wrong, but the kid's good. The kid can act, the kid can do good stuff over there. Let's see how much better can he keep on doing with his awesome movies. Right now, the movie I'm watching, as I mentioned, sorry, I just have to make an order and I wasn't getting filled, so I had to take out the liquidity on the ask to get filled. And I'm actually talking about Ford here. Ford, I had the same order on 96. 96 was not getting filled, so I just took out liquidity on 97, and I was trying to cancel my 96 order, but I wasn't fast enough. Luckily, I was fast enough, so I canceled that order. That way, I didn't take out 2 lot sizes, only took out 1 lot size. Now let's see if 96 actually breaks and pushes a little bit more. We're waiting for that nice 90 fill on Ford to the downside. Now 4 cents in the money. Obviously 4 cents is not exciting, but depends on how much size you have. 4 cents can get really spicy for some of you.
Oh my god, I literally broke the chat with that Pepsi.
Pepsi?
Okay, now leave me alone. I'm not saying that word anymore.
don't listen to these guys. Don't let them bully you, Miss V. Okay, you're special for me and Issa. For all the other ones,
right.
For anyone who's making fun of
cares?
You, who cares about them, right? All right. BTC legal tender, Central African Republic. Legal tender, BTC, South African Republic. Apparently another positive catalyst coming in for BTC, but BTC now turning back into the negative territory for the day, going back into the red zone. So let's see if we can find some buyers who can help BTC get back over 40K and stay above 40K, for God's sake. Come on, BTC. You know I need you to go back to 40K, 45K, 50K so I can actually make some money in the future. Not Nasdaq coming back down here. Nasdaq still in the positive territory, but flat, only up 0.06, 0.05%. S&P 500 down 0.8, trying to come back down to VWAP over here. Let's see if they bounce again off of VWAP, or do they go back below VWAP one more time and bounce off in front of 42.20. In the meantime, though, Ford's bids are evaporating or getting smacked, and looks like we could end up with the bigger winner on Ford. Still down on the stock, but we could turn this into a winner if this move can extend itself to the downside. We still have another 4 lots that we want to take out on this position. Let's see if we can do so successfully for a winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. As in, she has a nice... Alright, dude. We gotta... Comments like that are not allowed in this chat, dude. CENN. Let's go check out CENN. CENN at the moment still trading sideways, not really doing anything. 14% up, but trading sideways a lot. Very, very boring. Not really sure what's going on. Yeah, not really sure what's going on. CENN, 19 million shares traded. It looks like we're stuck in almost a 10-cent range over here, and VWAP acting as a good pivot point. Question for Prad: can you short with TFSA? Yes, you can, I think, right? With TFSA, you should be able to short. Yeah, it's just an investment account. You can do whatever you want with it. You can hold stock short. You can buy options. But keep in mind, if TFSA is your only source of income, that is taxable. If you have another source of income besides your TFSA, a direct investing account under the TFSA. There we go. Direct investing account underneath the TFSA. So multiple layered account structure over there. I just opened mine with Wealthsimple. They asked me, do you want the TFSA trading account? I said yes. It was that easy for me. Depends on what broker you use for your long-term account and so on. So obviously a little bit more research might need to be done on your end over there, and maybe even on my end. So I actually know what the rules are. But last time talking to Sean mentioned that if TFSA is your only main source of income, then you will get taxed on it. But if you have another source of income and TFSA is just your investment growing account for the future, I don't think you get taxed on that one. Hopefully, because I'm planning on making trillions of dollars on my TFSA with my one AMD share. AMC getting ready. Ooh, AMC getting ready for me to short it or what? AMC did get to $17. We were talking about shorting 17 on AMC. Obviously missed out that opportunity. Let's see if AMC can get back to 17, anywhere close to 17, so we can look for that maybe short opportunity. But look at that support on AMC in front of VWAP. Noticing that support in front of VWAP, maybe you can forget that shorting idea on AMC. Clearly the stock has a lot of buyers. Clearly they're not trying to move away from VWAP, so why even bother with that idea on AMC today? Let's stay away from these short seller beaters on the stock. You know, these apes love beating up the short sellers, so let's not be one of the short sellers who gets beat up by the apes. What you think about Tesla, Pratt? And glad to see you're back. Thank you, Manny. And what do I think about Tesla? Honestly, I don't trade Tesla as much for me to have an opinion, but someone who does trade Tesla and does so pretty successfully is the beautiful lady next to me. What do you think about Tesla?
What do I think about Tesla? Thank you, Brad. Here's our Tesla animation. So again, guys, I was calling out the level is around 976, which is a great support for Tesla. But again, Tesla looks strong. We hold above VWAP for the whole day, and I'm just looking for volume. Also, looks like we have a lot of sellers at that 1,000 9,103 level. So I will be careful with this level. If we jump back in here, might be a good short in my opinion. But anyways, let's see. As QQQ is moving higher, QQQ is down only 0.04%. I also saw a message on the chat earlier. Someone says I came to see that stream just in hope that QQQ might turn positive. Well, if you're watching us right now, there are high chances that QQQ will turn positive. And again, overall, I think great trade on Tesla if you caught it in that 983 levels, and half the day is 1010. So yes, I would be just aware of that 1002, 1003 level. But if we break that, of course, 1010 is the next resistance level for us.
So apparently, Arun just did a little bit of research over there, and he said, no, you need a margin account, and since TFSA and our margin accounts, you cannot short them. So I guess we were wrong on the first go, or the second go after doing some research. Obviously, I did know that you need margin accounts to short it, so it makes a lot more sense now. But right
Looks
now,
like Stream Deck broke again, and I was just, you can talk, and I will be like,
I can do this. I can click it over here, bang, bang, bang. So here we go. So it looks like it did. You do need a margin account, but maybe you can still play options on TFSA. So you can still play longs and puts if you want to go short, but you cannot actually short the stock without having a margin account, because obviously if you're shorting a stock, the chances of you losing money are infinite unless you close that short for a loser quicker than it goes infinite, right? We've seen these squeezes happen before. You saw Tilray go up to crazy prices. You saw AMC go up to $70. You saw GME go up to crazy prices. So hence that makes sense, a lot more sense that you need a margin account and you cannot short on TFSA. So thank you, Arun, for doing that quick research, quick math, quick works for us on his end while we were trying to do this stuff over here. So yeah, you cannot do options on TFSA. I just saw there that you can. You can, says Arun also. So yeah, you can do options on TFSA, but yeah, clearly you need a margin account to just short stocks directly. Yeah, at the end of the day, guys, the answer is really, if you have questions like that, you need to call out your broker, find out how your broker operates. For the most part, all brokers operate the same way, but at the end of the day, you still want to call your broker, find out how your broker works with his system over there or their system overall, and then go from there. And if you don't like the way your broker does it, the brokers are dime a dozen. You can switch your broker, move on from that broker, or use both brokers at the same time, right? So for the end of the day, call up your broker. He's your friend. They are paid to work for you. I mean, they literally take your money without a doubt. You're paying them $7 on entry if you're in Canada. Like for example, Questra, you're paying $7 to get in and get out. They work for you at that point, so you better call them up and use that power that is entitled to you. It's entitled to you. I prefer advice from strangers on the internet. Yeah, maybe not go that way. Please, I urge you to not go that route. Twitter is guaranteed to go to 54.20 if they sell goes through. Why not just load up on Twitter right now? Any thoughts? For sure, but so there's a thing called Federal Trade Commission, I believe it's FTC, and DOJ, Department of Justice, who actually approve a stock getting bought out and so on. There might be a reason for DOJ or FTC to come in and say, we don't like Elon Musk buying Twitter, and if they do say that, if they cancel that deal, then Elon Musk cannot buy that. So obviously, I don't know if that is going to happen that way. We'll see if that happens that way. There should be no? So that... Okay, so there should be no concern if Elon Musk is taking it private, says Neil. So on that note, if that deal goes through, then yeah, the idea is go long now and sell out at 54.20, right? Sell it out at 54.20. Can you tell me Tesla downside target as per M pattern? I'm not sure what the M pattern you're talking about. Tesla downside target 975. Without a doubt, I don't even have to pull up my chart thinking about or to look at that level. If Tesla does break this 990, what is this level? This 975 level, then maybe we have a room to 950 on Tesla. But before that, we got a lot of buyers in front of 975. Every time we go to 975 on Tesla, we just bounce back to 1,000. As you guys can see already, the pattern. Yeah, we're below 970 in pre-market, but look at this 975 where actual volume picks up. Tesla opens at 978 and just rips up to 1,000. So that same pattern on Tesla, we've seen it a million times. If buying private, why would SEC be involved? I mean, I'm not. I don't know the reason why or why they won't be. I'm just talking off of history that I've seen in the past. So according to that, I have seen, you know, for example, Activision and Microsoft. Microsoft is actually facing some barriers coming into play from DOJ, who don't want the deal to go through. The NVIDIA had the same problem with ARM, which is an UK-based chip maker. That deal fell through because of this. FTC, I believe. So there is a possibility that might happen. But as Neil just said not too long ago, that if Elon wants to take them private, that fear is almost non-existent. But that fear could be there.
Brad, I'm not sure if the switch gonna work. No, it's not working, but then I can just tell that, guys, please don't forget to like this video. I'm so happy to see that our viewers on the chat actually ask others to smash the like button. And just 15 minutes left until the end of market movers. We still need 220 more likes to get to 1K. So if you didn't like this video yet, please do so. Likes are absolutely free for you guys, but it means so much to us. And if you're lurking,
I even moved to you, my bad.
it's all good. Like, you were talking for 20 minutes and the camera was on me. So if you're lurking in the background, please come here, smash that like button, and come back and do your stuff, guys. But community needs you right now.
I forgot how to use this board completely. They made our life so much easier. So we have this like crazy fancy black magic board here. It's very fancy board, has tons of buttons on there, and then they programmed all those buttons onto a neat little stream deck with like this one little button that I have to press. But because we haven't had to use that box for so long, I forgot everything about it. Now I have to pull out the sticky note and learn again how to go to Valeria's face, how to go to my face, and so on. Memory problems, obviously, but hopefully these buttons are working for now. I'm able to give you guys a little bit of a headache by switching screens too fast, but hopefully we end up on the right screen eventually. People are talking about Microsoft short right now. Let's go check out Microsoft short. Back to the higher day on MSFT, looking like the perfect opportunity short. Higher day 278.15. So a fail break of 278. If you are short in this, I would give it all the way up to 278.15 for me to be wrong. I would have to give it to that room. So because I'm so far away from my stop out, I am not taking that trade. I would much rather wait for that opportunity to go closer to my exit, and then I get filled, something like I have been doing with Ford. Ford is once again back in the money territory for us, but really not getting any fills on the downside. So on that note, we'll just throw another exit over here, see if we get filled on 95 at the moment, and we'll leave that one alone. Microsoft has earnings soon, watch out. Thank you for reminding us. Yeah, Microsoft has earnings in 1 day exactly. So a lot of excitement too for that trade without a doubt. The market could very well put in a bottom with Apple and Microsoft and Google earnings. And if these earnings come out bad, I don't know what else to say at that point. I knew I had to liquidate my account, and I didn't, and this is the reason why I'm gonna cry about not doing it one more time. If Microsoft, Apple, Google, Amazon all come out with bad earnings, this market's done for. This market's done for. Smash the like button, guys. Goal 1K. Thank you, Leon Salvatore. I hope I said that in a good way. Leon, more Italian.
Yes.
Leon Salvatore. Thank you for reminding the chat to smash the like button. 1K goal indeed every day. We would love for you guys to help us get there today. What are we at right now? Right now,
837 and 2,400 people are watching us right now.
Yeah, 2,400 as Miss V just mentioned, and only 10 minutes left in
Yeah.
market movers. So as always, you guys are gonna make us beg for it, and if that's the case, then please, 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 please make it happen.
Please, please, you say, and I will be like singing.
Please, 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 please make it happen.
You could do it louder.
Lip
Looked
sync
a little
over
bit
there.
weird. Yeah.
Awesome. All right, let's go back to. You have anything you want to talk about, Mister?
Not anything really happening on my face. Thank you for bringing up back.
Yeah.
Those heads, like how you say that, like so extreme, zoomed into our faces. Anyways, yes, I keep still watching on this Tesla. We're again nearing that 1K level, and as I said before, I'm looking into this 1002 level, and I want to see if a really lot of sellers are in there, if we're gonna fake to break that one, or we will break. So let's see. And also Draw sent us a super chat. Thank you so much, Draw. Indices will drop another 10-15% between now and July. Thank you for sharing your thoughts, and let's see if it's going to happen or not, and we can go back to Prad.
Yeah. This one's not working, so I have to go here. Yeah, apparently everyone's talking about the market coming off big time. As I mentioned, Danielle Shea on Twitter, a great follow. She's on our show, not our show at least, but on the closing show with Neil, Sean, Arun, Brandon, and all those guys over there. She's on usually Thursdays 2:50.
Correct.
Thursday's 250, and on that time she was talking about how the market could possibly dump down to 10K. She was talking NASDAQ dump to 10K, and I was freaking out if that was a possibility coming in, because as I'm saying, man, if NASDAQ goes back to 10K, which is literally January or June 2020 lows, market's gonna struggle. People's accounts are gonna get blown up. My account's gonna get blown up. So it's gonna absolutely suck to watch the market go down there. Let's hope that it doesn't go down there. But also, if the market does go down there, it gives me opportunity to load up on dividend stocks. It gives me opportunity to load up on more tech stocks that I haven't had the opportunity to. We also are waiting for the Google and Amazon split opportunity to load up on. So tons of stocks for me to load up on. We'll obviously we're saving that money in our pocket right now to add to that opportunity. Looks like Ford finally gave me some exits, so now we're still holding 2 lots now on Ford, and once again we're profiting on that stock. So only down stock on the day. And FLX, we got about 9 minutes here. Let's go check on the like counter real quick. Ooh, 924, not bad, not bad at all.
Chances are higher now.
Chances are indeed higher, but chances are not high enough for the NASDAQ market to stay positive. Looks like NASDAQ has been struggling at these levels. What levels would we want to mention? Let's go look at clearly. I think the level is around 19,402. So somewhere around here, 19,400. Looks like a barrier coming in on NASDAQ, not really allowing it to go too far higher from there, but still holding above VWAP. Thankfully, still positive slash flat on NASDAQ, but right now S&P 500 going to the downside almost to VWAP, and actually tickled VWAP over there on the down move. Could bring NASDAQ back to negative territory, or if NASDAQ bounces off of VWAP, could help S&P 500 stick with the bounce that we're already seeing off of VWAP. Still in the negative territory though for S&P 500, down 0.9% today, which was already down 1.6% at one point. I believe we were down 1.6 at one point. Oxy will go higher for oil. I don't want to say more conflicts to happen or anything along those words. So let me actually focus on what my words are here. So my words are, if more conflicts show up, not only in Russia and Ukraine, but along with China and Taiwan, or anything along some other regions, right? That could be problems for oil in general, meaning oil prices might boom back up. But right now, with COVID fear in China, with the things shutting down one more time, Disney is getting beat up by their liability in China that they have in that terms. So oil has a lot of variables along with just the numbers that drop every Wednesday. So you might want to keep track of it. For the most part, oil just moved off the number, but now oil moves off of the fear of Russia, Ukraine, or even maybe on other points around the world. Guys, why you watch the stream and don't like? It's one of the best stocks show on YouTube. Thank you, Leo. We appreciate that a lot.
Leon, so sweet of you.
Great point. I think China gets its crap back together. Hopefully China gets its play back in line over there. They figure out what they want to do, because that would help the overall market, obviously, and maybe bring oil prices down. Obviously, I don't have to deal with oil prices because I don't drive, so my life is good. My life be like, ooh, ah, ooh, ah. What? You never heard that track? Come on, Arun. Hey, now I know a song that Arun doesn't know. Neil, now you have to yell at him. Come on, Neil. Neil's too scared of Arun. Neil just yells at me for not knowing songs. It's all good. It's all good. All right, saying blah, 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 blah. I think this is the best trading show. Thank you, JB. Smooth, Pratt, smooth. Thank you, thank you. All right, we only got a couple minutes left here, 5 minutes. Feel free to throw as many stocks as you can in the chat. Let's quickly go look at maybe NKTX on NASDAQ. Still holding NKTX at the same levels. Come on, baby. You look so strong today on this one. Is that Papa Roach? Nah, that's Limp Bizkit, right, Michael? Yeah, that's a good one. Good one, Michael. I see what you're going through with that, though. All right, so NKTX is what I was talking about. 107% and still holding at the same levels. Not really going too far to the downside. And VWAP barrier is acting so strong on that stock too. Let's see where this one ends up on in the next few hours. Obviously, we're gone in the next 5 minutes, but you guys get to see Neil, Sean, and Arun today. Sorry, not Sean. Neil, Brendan, and Arun today on the closing show. So that's fun excitement coming in that I can't wait for to see what they have in plan.
That's absolutely true. And guys, I saw someone ask, like, are there any chances that crude price... You fixed it.
It works.
Let's go. I need to talk to production team right after. So yeah, if crude prices, is there any chances that crude prices can go back higher? Yeah, absolutely. There are chances for them to go both higher or lower. It depends on what's going on in this world. And yeah, people really like that reference to My Life Be Like song. We should make a super merchandise with that, they say. Yeah, it's actually a good idea. And you already know, guys, where to find our merchandise. Maxi JR #1 lurker hit like number 970. Thank you so much, Maxi JR. We love our lurkers also. I'm glad that smoothly we involve you in that like button thing. And again, actually only 20 more likes to 1K before you will be thrown into Brandon's face, Neil and Arun with his slipper. I'm also super excited to see what guys were trading, and definitely for more news to come out. I want to see here officially that Elon Musk is now owns
Official?
No, I want to hear.
Oh, you want
and
to?
hopefully
Yeah,
it will happen during that show, and also his last post on Twitter. First of all, look at this picture. Wow.
What a Chad.
Right? I hope that even my worst critics remain on Twitter, because that is what free speech means. Boom.
Come on,
That's
guys.
great.
Not many more likes needed. We're so close to 1K. Let's get it done with. Only
10
12
more likes,
10
or
more.
we don't leave you. You will stay here with us. And I don't know, guys, if you're excited about any other name, write it on the chat. Maybe we can have Miss V simping on Elon. So what, John C? Everybody, like John C says that I'm simping on Elon.
You just sound jealous that she's not simping on you.
Right? Okay, still 1K likes.
Woo!
We did it. Shimmy, 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 shimmy. I have special pads for my shimmy today. So I can even
shimmy pads.
more. Yeah, I always tore my jacket apart when I throw my hands in the air. All right, anyways, guys, thank you so much. So nice and sweet of you. We appreciate that so much. Again, just 1 minute left. QQQ is down 0.07%, so there are a lot of chances we can.
No. Oh, it's QQ. Yeah, you're right.
What about S&P 500?
0.8.
To the downside?
Yeah.
So we still have chances to close into the green territory. Super excited to see. And I see that a lot of people talk about C, E, and N. So hopefully, guys will be aware of that name. I'll be there on the chat, guys. And if anything interesting will be moving, I'll definitely will throw it to the guys. And yes.
Yeah, only got 30 seconds or so, so we'll just just ramble on for a while here. Hopefully you guys had a great weekend. I for sure did. Making money watching sports is a fun time for me. While you're getting drunk, even better time. Hopefully you guys had a great time watching whatever sport you were. I know Raptors survived by the skin of their teeth over there on Game 4. Let's see what happens today. I think we're losing today. Raptors are getting kicked out. I'm probably getting kicked out of this office for even saying that. So I'm gonna have to run out of this office for even saying that. So later, guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Come back. Maybe I won't even be here tomorrow because I might lose my job for talking bad about Raptors.
You'll be.
All right. Come back tomorrow, 11 o'clock, same time, same place.
Paka.
Hey guys, welcome to the close. Couple hours left in the trading session today. We are dealing with negative afternoon here, but hey, we're off the lows, so there's that. Here's a look at where we're at currently. S&P 500, 0.86 to the downside, about 0.5% for the Dow. The NASDAQ, yeah, trying to lead the way here back into positive territory. Some text